Hey, Ella.
Hello.
Okay, so this is legit. Like Ella and I have not spoken like in person all day today because we've
Mm-hmm.
been so busy. And since yesterday, the last couple of days have been busy. So when I say it's good to see you, Ella, I mean it because I have not seen her. Uh, we've just been so crazy with everything going on that we don't we don't get to meet like we used to all the time because we're just busy doing
We
our
used to meet. Yeah, we used to
yeah
meet once a
at
day.
least once a day. Yeah,
At least once a day, sometimes two or three times a day. And now we're lucky if we get a meeting twice a week.
yeah,
So,
it's that crazy. Like we're so busy with everything, and it's exciting stuff. It just, I just so now it's legit. When I tell her, "Hey, it's good to see you," I really mean it because usually it's only this time when we get to see her. So, it's good to see everyone today. It's part two of the playing card event, which is super fun. We are so excited that you guys had a lot of fun with this and enjoyed it. We didn't expect it to blow up the way it did, so it kind of turned it into almost its own long event. So we're gonna have to keep breaking it into pieces to keep going because we had so many orders come in for it. So we're really excited, and we're gonna try to get through these. And I want to make sure that you guys get some good quality work. But it's good to see all of you.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
two things real quick about them. First of all, we probably are gonna go ahead and keep them open. So I know there were a couple people who were worried that they couldn't join in. I think we are gonna keep them open and just kind of fit them in during a sketchy or drawing board. If a couple come in at a time, we'll do those later. But the second thing, and like RC said, we're gonna keep going with the main group that's already come in for a while, probably at least two more uh 2 more lives. So tonight I'm gonna read through the list of what we're gonna try to do. I know everybody's very excited. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to string anybody along. We're literally doing them in the order they came in. So I'm so sorry if you're not on tonight's list, but rest assured you'll be coming up, So I promise we're gonna try our best. We want them to be really good. So I know people are really excited. We're literally just going in order. So I just wanted to say that before we got started. I'm not cherry picking the ones that we want to do. We're literally just going in order. So I know everybody's super energetic and excited. We're going to do our best to get through 5, maybe 6 tonight. We'll see. Cuz they take quite a bit, so we want to make sure we get through at least those. So yeah, I just wanted to say that before we got started. I'll read through the list that I think we're going to get through tonight. And if you're like, I don't want to watch anybody else, you can go. But I'd love for you to stay and hang out with
You should
us.
totally
Because
stay
we
and hang
love,
out. It's not just it's about
yeah,
the experience of being here with us. So, and
I
like she
think we're
said,
pretty fun.
it is fun, and I try to. I want you to. This is a little different than the sketchies where everything is timed. Like I try to give you, a finished piece that's like cleaned up and everything, and I try to do it in a relatively short amount of time, but that it's high quality. So I'm trying to do that for way more people than we thought, which is great. We love it. We want to keep doing these. So and like she said, they are in the order that they came in. So there's no like swapping things around. So we're just going in that order. So yeah, and today, oh, it's Webtoon Wednesday. By the way, it's Webtoon Wednesday, everyone. So just letting you know, Webtoon, if you haven't been catching up on Flux Destiny manga, Webtoon updated today. We'll be updating weekly. You can also watch it in full manga format on fluxdestiny.com. If you're on Patreon, you get to see the pages early. So our patrons are already like in chapter one, and we're going to be dropping some more pages this week, and we're dropping pages weekly. So the story's really moving along. That's what's got us so busy. Is I'm drawing like nonstop, very detailed pages, and we're super excited about it. So go sign up for the webtoon if you're not already there. Just obviously, it's awesome if we get more subscribers on there. So if you want to go to the webtoon, if Cam can drop a link down there when he gets a second, that would be cool. Um, and go check
And not to be selfish or anything, but a like or two, a comment, even if you've already
that.
seen it, it really does help us. I'm not trying. Listen, I know that you guys want to support us, and a lot of the times you guys always are supporting us with your time and your money. This is an easy way to support us, no extra cost. You know, a like and a comment, it really does help. I'm not joking. You know, it, especially on Webtoons, we're really trying to grow that audience. We're trying to bring new people in. We've already found new friends from Webtoons, so we want to keep growing that. So anyway, just wanted to say that. Just throw that out. RC would never say that, but I'll say it. I'll be the bad guy.
Okay. She said it. She said it. Okay, she said it. So go check that out. That would be awesome. And like I said, you can read the full manga format on fluxdestiny.com. Also join the Patreon for free. You won't get the updates, but there's all sorts of cool stuff on Patreon that even if you join the free tier, it's good.
I just posted a story today to the free.
Oh, that's true. Tier. Yeah, she puts character packs and stories and all sorts of cool stuff end up there, and you get to come to certain lives that only our patrons get to go to, even if you're a free patron. So, all right, so we're ready to go. So who's first? You want to give us the lowdown of what's happening? Let me pull up.
I will. Okay, so here's who I'd like to try to do tonight. We're gonna start with Mal. Mal's character Zach, and then we're going to do Fabian's character Finn, and then Silas, and then Mal's character Malv, and then the two Jokers, and then we'll see what we can do from there. We're gonna see if we can get further than that. We'll see.
I am human, so this is. I'm sorry, my dog is coughing, and you can probably hear that, and I'm sorry. I always apologize because I know it's kind of gross, but he's an old man, and he's just please be patient with my dog. I love him to death. Anyway, I'm human. I can only draw so much. I've been drawing all day, and so I'm gonna do as best as I can to get through as many as we can and get you the good stuff. So, all right. So I'm gonna switch over. Usual headphone warning. I haven't adjusted anything, so hopefully everything's all good. So let me get the music started. Headphone warning. I'm about to switch over. Get the music started.
Yeah, so fun fact, I think we have 25 cards filled. So I think we're about halfway through the deck, which is incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And like she said, it's still open. So if you're interested, you can totally get it. Obviously, the card you get doesn't affect the art, you know, so you can get any unless you want it to. So even if you get like I think all the face cards have been out. So,
most of them, yeah. There's only a couple of face cards left. Both of the Jokers are gone, but there's a lot of the number cards are left. It's just sort of about preference, you know what I mean? Obviously, the face cards are valuable because they're face cards, you know. So,
right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's some of the ones from last week. Is the music okay, by the way?
Music sounds good to me.
Okay. These are some of the ones we did. We had here's Katie's. We finished this one at the end of last time. We had Moose had an awesome one. We had Fabian's, really cool. Eric's, boy, God, I drew a lot. And Corn is in here. Where's Corn? Corn. Corn's in here. So we did a lot last time, so, and they're fully clicked up, as you can see. So if you're interested in getting one of the remaining ones, say something in the chat or DM Ella or Cam or whatever. Okay, so where are we starting from?
Yeah. Okay, so let's do Mal first. I sent you the order kind of in the sketchy. Okay. That's probably the best place. I sent RC a lot of stuff. He might not use it. We'll see. I'll be proud if one of my ideas makes it in tonight.
Well, this is already a good start, so I like this. Okay, I'm ready, so let's get going. And which one is he? He is the 3 of spades, right?
Yep. Okay. Or no, for Mal, he's the king of clubs. His other character is the 3 of spades. King of clubs. Okay. The card doesn't really matter, just as long as it's.
Okay, got it. All right, let's get going.
Yeah, so tonight we're doing the King of Clubs for Mal. The King of Diamonds is Finn. The King of Hearts is Silas. Three of Spades is for Mal. And then we've got the two Jokers. So I feel a sneeze. It's like one of those sneezes that's like not that's like been pushed off for too long, and so now it's just lingering.
I know what you mean, yeah. Oh, can you guys not hear me? I saw something in a comment about. Can you not hear me? Are you able to hear me, Ella, pretty well?
I can hear you. I think that Maple is watching you through their Switch, so I think that might be the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got 3 of the kings this evening. We've got one. The fourth one has actually already been taken as well, but we'll get to that one on another night.
Zach is a lot of fun to draw. If you haven't seen his character profile, character bio on YouTube,
I think it was the most recent one, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah, it was really awesome. You should check it out if you haven't. And if you're interested in getting your own character bio, we have those character spotlights. You can help sponsor a Flux Destiny video and grab one of those and get a really cool, have Hugo or Marco introduce your OC. So it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. He wasn't the most recent. It was Max was the most recent.
Okay.
And Simon's coming up. But
is Mal here tonight?
Yeah, Mal's here.
Okay, cool. Hey, Mal.
I need a really big TV right behind my camera because I kind of have to like look down because I'm looking at the drawing because it's not on you. Like I only see RC and then I have to have a separate screen for the drawing. So I have to kind of like I have to remember that my camera's in between you. My camera's not here or here. It's in a separate place.
I am absolutely digging your hair color, by the way.
My hair color?
I know it's like your natural color, but it is such a pretty color.
Oh, thank you.
Every time I see it, I'm like, it's so. Actually, the other day we were talking about, weren't we talking about like, oh, if we could have different colors? I was saying that I was like, okay, I'd either go blonde or have. Although my hair is looking like super blonde lately for some reason.
It's very lightly colored, yeah.
Very lightly colored. Yeah, my hair is in the summer because of swimming and stuff. It gets I have brown hair, but it gets really light brown during the summer. I said I'd either do that or I'd want to have Ella's color hair. Also, this kind of goes without saying, but you should consider subscribing to our YouTube channel too, if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure most of you already have, but you know the drill. I'm not going to say
we have to say it because sometimes people are like, oh yeah, and we're like,
right.
What? Where have you been?
I'm not going to say it in a fancy way. I'm just going to say it like in a normal human being. I'm not going to tell you to smash that like button or any weird stuff like that. Just drop us a like, Webtoon likes, follow us on Webtoons. Those of you, I thank you for all the like really kind words about those of you who saw like the Hugo premiere in the story. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. So much more cool stuff to come. Our resident beefcake, Zach.
Mal too, you know.
Mal too.
Okay, Katie's here. Okay, so I've been saving this. So, you know, I tried the cream limited edition Vernors.
Oh, right, that whole thing, yeah.
So now I got the original. The one that everybody was like, no, 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 don't get the cream soda version, get the original. So here I am. I'm gonna try the original. Which I like ginger soda. So I think this will be okay. It smells almost exactly like the other one. It's definitely better than the other one. That's for sure. But it still has that really vanilla... Well, I guess it's the ginger, but the ginger is really strong. I thought in the other one it was like... the vanilla, like the cream, really like brought out the ginger flavor. But this one has that same flavor. So it's just like less. Which I like it. I like the less for sure.
I always hated the word, like the food of ginger. I had the bad experiences with it with someone I know.
With ginger?
Not with the ginger itself, but someone related to that kind of food. Not the person who discovered it, obviously, or like someone who I knew who had an affinity for ginger, and who I don't like, who and so
you live your whole life in association. You know?
Oh my god, you just broke down like my whole life into a very neat phrase.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I never thought of it that way. It's so true.
Because I'll say something and you'll be like, I knew a distant cousin one time who did this thing and now I can never look at it the same. And I've never thought of life like that, but it's an interesting way to, you are seeped in memory, you know?
Oh my god. All this time seeing my therapist and I only needed Ella to tell me this. I never thought of it this way. You're literally like rocking my mind right now. I never realized this. Oh
it's
my
probably
god.
why you get so upset too when you can't remember something, because it's like your whole personality is based around memory.
I am shaking right now. I am shaking.
I'm sorry.
How did you? Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna have to think about this tonight. That is a really interesting observation. I never thought about that. That's a very powerful observation. I have to do a lot of self-reflection tonight after that.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's a breakthrough that I needed. I never thought of it that way. I always knew I was nostalgic and everything, but I never thought of it in the way that you worded it.
Yeah. I think, you know what's really interesting is that I think that shows up in the manga. Like, knowing you, I see things in the manga where I go, oh, that's a memory. That's something that he saw that's now in the manga, you know?
So interesting. Interesting. So interesting. Wow. Okay. Well, great. Now I have to rethink everything in a good way. This is actually really good. I needed to hear this. I like this.
I'm glad I'm not ruining anything.
No, there's nothing to ruin. Actually, this drawer over here I have this really convenient drawer. It's where I hold all my broken dreams, and so I just put it in here closer. So don't worry. There's nothing. How's this looking? Is
I think
Ella
it looks great.
pleased?
I'm very pleased.
Ella's not happy, no one's happy. That's how we operate around here.
It's a bad way to live.
Have you ever heard that saying about if mom's not happy, no one's happy?
Yes, yes. Mine was always with my dad, you know?
If dad is not happy?
If dad's not happy, nobody's happy.
Okay, this is a really cool pose. Say so myself. This is gonna look really awesome. Can I just say that right now? Can we just be real for a minute? Not that I have not been real, but can we acknowledge that, Ella?
I'm acknowledging you. I'm acknowledging
you. Don't have to. I mean, you don't have to acknowledge anything, but
I always like to acknowledge you.
Good. Giumi is extremely pleased. Good. We're serving a very hungry audience.
I think I'm normally more particular on how I feel somebody else will feel about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I look at it not necessarily from do I like it, but more from the viewpoint of like, is whoever is going to receive this like it?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. But I mean, I know that if Ella likes it, then I know you know the audience. So Ella knows. It's crazy. I was just telling her the other day, I was like, Ella knows her audience so well. Like, she knows whenever she gets like a writing commission, she knows how to write it for them. And she's so good at it. So I know that if she likes it, that it's likely that means I'm hitting the mark on it.
I should have been a jury picker. You know how they kind of pick.
Picker.
What are they called?
Yeah, you know? When I know what you're talking. I don't know what the technical term is, but yes. Oh wait, I'm drawing sweeps, or am I drawing the? Did he have a specific? It's just sweeps, right? It's not the.
Yeah, normally he breaks them in half because you're kind of drawing one long sweep.
Okay.
I don't hate it. I think it looks cool. Maybe he's just got two for the pose, you know, two longer ones. Normally he'd break the one in half. Not break, but he would use it in the two half forms.
Right.
But I don't dislike it. Maybe he's posing for like a magazine and they're like, grab two, and he's like, okay. You know how celebrities do that? They're like, hold it, you know, whatever.
Hello, Zach.
Sweep awakening.
Sweep awakening.
Okay, so my final verdict, I know it's a little early in the bottle for a final verdict, but I think my final verdict is that I really like this. And I didn't like the cream one that much because it was so strong, but this one I really like because it's like stronger than like ginger ale, like the normal brand, but it's not as strong as the cream one, which was like drinking melted ice cream.
So does that turn? Do you have some sort of like metaphysical transformation, like in become a Michigander after having that, or?
I think so. I think I'm finally like, I look down and my license is changed and I start speaking with an accent, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm ready to cocoon tonight and emerge.
I was gonna ask, are you gonna be in a cocoon
I
tonight?
think I'll probably be in like a barrel or something that they use
A
to like
barrel.
make ale or
Oh my.
or like
A
maple syrup, and
ball.
then I emerge with like a red flannel, you know.
That's so funny, bro.
I've been in Michigan for over a year, so I feel like I can be a Michigander at this point. Longer than than I was in Tennessee, so when's the next knighting ceremony? It'll be in about a month. It'll be in about a month. You know, in the next super sketchy will be in about a month, and RC and I will be here next month at this time, being like, "Where did the time go?" It'll be here sooner than you think. I promise. I think it'll be a little bit later in the month, just to give us a little bit of time to prepare, because we want to, you know, it takes some time to make those ceremonies. But I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you liked it so much.
Okay, this is awesome. Zach, I mean, Mal, I imagine you want him shirtless, so I'm gonna go with that assumption unless something changes. I know I said this yesterday, but I love it when Hugo says, "Oh, you'll recognize him. He's usually in his uniform or rarely wearing a shirt." Hey, Ragnarok. Hello to everyone. Sorry, I wasn't able to like read everyone individually. He will ask for coats now. Yeah. He wants a shirt just despite all my like hard work I did to give him these like abs. Okay, bro, this turned out really cool. Look how fast I did it too. How much time has it been?
Let me look. Uh, 17 minutes.
Wow, that's not bad.
Nope, not bad at all. Sorry, I was answering other messages.
It is a smile.
He knows. He knows what he's doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
Just so you guys know, I put this in the, but I'll go ahead and say it here. It's almost the end of the month, which means our monthly poster is almost gone, is almost out of here. So I'm gonna put the link here in case you're one of our normal collectors. There's been a couple of collectors that I have seen that have not gotten theirs yet, so just so you guys know, it's gonna go away pretty soon. And also, I'll put this link in there too. Sorry, Cam, stealing your job real quick. The sketch requests, are super sketchies this weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and there are still slots. You can get as much time as you want. So I'm gonna put that link in here too. You can still get time if you want. And you know, if we have some open time, we'll probably be doing some of these on the last day.
Right.
We'll see how many sketchies we get. But I just wanted to remind everybody, because I know it's a long week, and I know we opened it last week, so just don't want anybody to forget or miss out on anything. I'll probably say it again at the end of the night, too. Some of these cards we might do during the super sketchy if we have time. Well, obviously the super sketchy is reserved for super sketchy, but if we end up having some time on Sunday or Saturday, we might do it. So just if we have some time, if we're like, okay, everybody's stuff has been drawn. Super sketchy is Friday, so yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll probably start early Friday.
Yeah, I think we're gonna start early.
We know
on
that
Friday.
people are at work. We know people are at work, but we gotta try to get as much done as we can, because also the first of the month is Labor Day, and our CNI, despite how hardworking we are taking that day off for the first.
We need a break, bro.
Forever, so. Yeah. So we're gonna try. We gotta work through the weekend and do the super sketchy. So. September 1st is when all the kids go back to school. I really like kids.
Oh, wait, Zach has... Does he have a... Sorry, scars on his face? I forget. I think he does, doesn't he? That's a detail I always forget. No.
I don't know.
I think so, because he's got on his
I'm
body.
so used to your art, you know, of Zach. I'm
pretty sure. Mal, could you confirm? Because I know that that's one thing I always end up missing out on. Like I always feel like, oh, I forgot the bruises. I mean the scars.
Bruises. He's getting real beat up. A brow notch scar, so across his nose, or you know, upper nose.
Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind sending me the Zach art, because I want to make sure I put it in the right place.
Yes. Oh, brow scar.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
For some reason, I read that as nose scar, not on his nose. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
You probably just like thought like bridge of his nose or something probably came to your mind.
Yes. I saw the B and the N together, and my dyslexia just ran with it. It was just like, yeah, that's what it said. It's like that time I said peanuts instead of petunias.
Oh, and I literally started drawing. Like a peanuts or something, right?
Yeah, you drew the whole thing.
And I was like, okay, funny. I don't understand what this means, but okay. But it was supposed to be something else. What was it supposed to be?
Petunias. The flower.
Petunias, and I drew a bowl of peanuts.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I was like,
he trusts
interesting
me so
request.
much, and it was like one of the only times I've ever really let him go down the dark side. Ami said, I always wondered if Hugo's roots are from Germany because of his last name. Or the German, equivalent.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yes, he's European.
That is an astute observation.
Ooh, look at you, got an astute.
That was an astute observation.
We do need more EU fans. Get on it, Omid. Come on. You're the ambassador. Let's go. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We do have a German equivalent. Last I heard, RC was still picking a name. It's the last I heard.
Yeah, it's literally the last country I need to pick the name for. Everything else has been picked. I need to pick the right one that fits the theming, so I haven't chosen it yet. But close, almost there. It'll be ready by the time is it next month that we're doing the reveal? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it'll obviously
next month we've got a big end of the month event. We always try to have kind of one big end of the month event. And this month it was the playing cards. Next month it's the map launch. I don't think Puerto Rico exactly, but like there are groups of countries. So not every country can be represented, but there are also like cultures that are represented. So you'll see that.
You'll see. There's actually I actually did a map that I took the US map and then I circled regions, and I said, okay, these kind of regions are kind of grouped into these fictional countries. And I tried to, obviously every country is different, they have their own social norms and whatever, but I can't recreate every country on Earth. So I think, do you remember how many? I think we did 25 countries, right? Something like that. I don't know if you have the list.
Yes. Let me look. I'll just go look.
It's a lot. It's like something like 20 countries where I've developed for it, and
I feel like 20 is low. Let me look. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3. 24 countries. And within those 24, there are regions and states and stuff like that too. So, Valor is when we talk about Valor is basically like the British islands, like Wales, Ireland, Scotland, and Britain all kind of like put together. You know what I mean? So there's like, it's one country, but it's kind of like you've got different regions in that country. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I can't wait for you guys to... So what I did was I have this other map that whenever we do the reveal, there's another map, like I said, that I've circled all the countries and like the regions. And I said, okay, like for example, US and Canada, like I circled it and I said, okay, US and Canada is represented by Fortuna. Wufang is represented by or China is represented by Wufang. So you have all these kind of like these everything, even like I grabbed pretty much every major like region I tried to represent. If you're from Antarctica, we have our own Antarctica. Although Antarctica in our world is it's called it's actually called Corona Tropica, and it's actually warm, like the south. What is wrong with this? Oh, the South Pole in Flux Destiny is actually warm. It's actually tropical. So this version of Earth is a little bit different.
We're quirky. We're quirky like that. There is a region for countries around Estonia and Estonia specifically because of our Estonian friends.
Yeah, you have your own country, and it has a pretty cool name too. It has a pretty cool name too. Like Eastern Europe, and there's 2 regions that I'm really excited to share with you guys. That we've broken Eastern Europe into kind of 2 regions. Like the Baltic states have their own. You know, Eastern Europe has its own, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
The Earth is not flat in our in Flux Destiny.
That's very funny.
But Carl, we wanted to be sure that you were covered for sure. I want you to know that. Like Philippines and that region are also covered. Like pretty much every. I cannot wait to show you this.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I hope to. I have to run this by RCA, but I've threatened it. I want to release part of the timeline too. We had a timeline, and then we actually had to move a little bit of the timeline around, because it just.
We might wait on the timeline.
You know?
I think we're probably gonna wait on that for a bit. But we'll definitely.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet, but we'll definitely have the maybe a couple little things from it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet because there's so many things I got.
I want to do the stuff that's at least related to the countries, but we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Not all of it, obviously.
See how she has her way of getting what she wants out of me.
Oh, you like Zach's eyes? That's so sweet.
Aww.
Considering he's shirtless, that's such a sweet thing to say.
That is a very sweet thing to say.
You'll get the oceans too. Oh, the oceans are named. Don't worry. Yasuno, don't worry.
The oceans are
Yasuno's
named.
like, where am I gonna put my ships? Where are my battleships?
The oceans are named. The equators and prime meridians and everything is named. So you'll see it.
I'm sorry if you hear little bubbly burps and hiccups from me tonight. I can't help it. I'm drinking a soda. So this is who I am. If you don't like it,
This is
get
me.
out. Underground caves. I don't think we have. We do have mountain ranges, but I don't know about underground caves.
Not yet.
Not yet. One day.
Some mountain ranges.
That's true. Some mountain ranges.
I love when
Oh.
I love the like. How am I gonna? I love when they try to test me to see like, oh yeah, well what about this?
I know. I know. We're trying our best. You know, it's difficult enough to remember our own Earth, you know? Sky Islands. Okay, now I know you're joking. I think you made him extra beefy this time.
I did. I beefed him up a bit.
A bit?
Just a little bit. I figured we'd make him a little even more epic than his. I figured this is him a few years down the line.
Oh. Is that your thought process?
Yeah, why? Is it wrong?
No.
Did I
No.
screw it up?
No. No, I'm just teasing you because I think
I
that you
thought
just made
I
him
thought
really...
I'd make him, like I said, a little older. But if I screwed it up,
Hey,
tell
that
me.
works. No.
Idiot!
Idiot.
You ruined everything.
Stop.
God. Did he say anything about it? Is he mad at me?
He likes it. Oh, Mead beefed him up for the photo.
That's right. This is strong body club. That's funny. That's strong body club.
No, I like it. I like it.
Mm. I mean, come on, this is pretty cool.
It's very cool. Hey, Max Hatter. Welcome back.
Hey, welcome. Just about done. Wait, no, I screwed this up. Hold on. Oh. My facial is all screwed up. Okay, hold on. This is on the bottom. Okay. Sorry, I had to like...
My cat is crying.
No!
Come on in. Come on, buddy. It's okay. You don't have to be so worried. I know you feel like the man of the house, but you don't have to worry. I'm okay. I'm just hanging out with my friends. You want to come hang out? Not up on the desk, buddy. Okay, or up on the desk. I guess I can't control you.
That's how Ella deals with me too. Listen to how she talks to her cat. That's how she deals with me.
Say hi. Wanna say hi?
Oh God, she's gonna swallow it. Swaddle him.
I'm gonna swallow him.
I'm gonna lose my mind. If she swaddles it, oh, that's it. I can't look, or I won't be able to draw. I can't draw if there's a cat being swaddled. Oh my God, guys, can someone? Oh my God, someone grab a screenshot for that for me, please. Oh my God, I need that. I have a whole like catalog of Ella swaddling Oscar screenshots, and I need that. Someone please do me a favor. Please.
Like, you can't rewatch this live.
I have one of Cam swaddling his cat. Obviously, you guys will never see it because Cam does not want to be seen, but trust me, it's super cute. right. How long did this take me?
45 minutes.
Oh, sorry. It took me longer than expected.
It's okay.
I thought it was going faster than I thought.
I think you were having a lot of fun, and that's what matters. You know? What?
No, you're. Okay. Thank you, Cam.
Max, we are making playing cards of people's OCs. So that there's a link in the description, and so people got cards, playing cards, and we're making them into the card that they chose with their OC.
Max?
And the other Max, double Max.
2 Max. We're maxed out on Maxes today.
No other, if any other Max.
I'll be here all week. It's my best material. All right. How's that? And then obviously we'll flip him, and here I'll show you what do you think, Mal? I'm gonna show you just real quick what he looks like duplicated and flipped. Obviously you cannot see, but he is wearing something below the belt. You just can't see it. So this is what it'll look like. How's that, Ellen?
I think it looks great. What do you think? Do you
Mal?
like it?
What do you think?
Mal loves it.
Cool, right? Thank you, Mal. This was fun. This is a fun one to do. Oh, his scar. I need to get. Oh, he needs a scar in his chest. Sorry, I forgot one thing. The scar in his chest, and I need to do. Sorry, last thing. Who's next?
Next is Fabian's character Finn. The
Right.
he's kind of like the piratey, you know,
Right.
swashbuckling. But he also likes music, so that's I think what we're gonna kind of go with tonight. What's Hugo's second name?
I think he's referring to the last name. Is that what you're referring to? Last name?
Hey, I'm doing something right now. I know you don't understand that because you're a cat, but you're kind of... No. Not on the desk, buddy. Nobody can see your beautiful face. They can only see your big butt. Because you're standing real weird. Here. Go. Get out of here. Squid is not Hugo's last name. That's not his last name.
Mm-hmm. All right. There we go, Mal. Woo!
Looks good.
All right. That was fun. Thank you, Mal, for that. I'm glad you had a good time watching me do this one. This one was a good one. All right. You said... Who was next? I'm sorry. Fabian's character, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Is Fabian here tonight with us?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Get to doing Fabian. All right. By the way, if you're
Hey,
new
Retsu.
here, oh, hey, Retsu. By the way, if you're new here, I'm RC Helix. I'm the creator of Flux Destiny. My right-hand woman here, Ella, who's our studio manager, and she is the creator of the Flux Fantasy mechanics, the game mechanics, and she's awesome, all around awesome, helps me with so much in the development of all this. Our manga, Flux Destiny manga, just fully started, and love for you to follow us on Webtoon. If you want to get ahead in the story, you can join on Patreon. Our Patreon members and our Kickstarter members obviously see those first. And you can also watch it, like, so we've reformatted it for Webtoon scrolling. You can read it on Webtoon scroll, or if you want to see it like in the manga format that it was originally drawn in, you can always go check that out on fluxdestiny.com.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get quiet for just a second. I need to make sure all the cards are put in so that people know which ones are still available.
See you, Retsu. I'm glad you got to drop by, man. Ragnarok, you better be drawing rib cages with me. We've been drawing rib cages in our last couple of classes. We had some breakthroughs.
You have to reread pages twice? It's normal right to left. Well, sorry, normal for, like, America. It's right to left.
It's written left to right. It's
or
left
sorry,
to right,
left to right. Left to right. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me. I'm clearly crazy. Sorry. Left to right. Like it's not manga style is what I was trying to say. Don't listen to
It's graphically manga style. It just doesn't flow.
Don't listen to me.
Always the same. Ella knows what she's talking about.
I do. I said it wrong. I'm sorry. I'm a little dyslexic, so sometimes if you ask me something, I should reread it before I open my big mouth.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, there's nothing to be sorry about.
It's a good thing that I'm vampire, color tonight. Otherwise, I'd be very red.
Oh my god. There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Good night, Omid.
Good night, Omid. I'm glad you got to come by.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything tomorrow. We're saving our strength for the super.
I love this song. Anytime I don't know, I guess because I have such I think it's me and my dog are coughing at the same time. Sorry. I'm trying to cough over him so you don't hear like his gross cough. Anything like My Hero always like brings back like nostalgic good memories, so.
This is Fabian's OC, Finn. We haven't really talked much about Finn yet, but Fabian actually has a lot of OCs. I know we mostly talk about Max and Simon.
He has a lot of OCs, yeah.
A
He
ton.
creates all these really awesome OCs and.
Good night, Katie.
Good night, Katie. I'm sorry. I don't know how loud if you can hear that, but were you able to hear that? The dog?
Mm-hmm.
I am so sorry. I know
Your
it's kind of
dog?
gross.
Yes, I can always hear
I
your
feel
dog.
bad because I know it's kind of gross, and I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. He likes to stay with me, and so he, obviously I love my dogs.
It's okay. My cat jumps around. We're just a big family here.
I just wish he wouldn't do it during. I just wish he wouldn't come to. He's like quiet all day, and then he suddenly, starts right when I'm in the middle. Is the Ace of Hearts still available, Ella? Let's see. Max Hatter's asking. I don't know if I just saw that. I don't know if that's the case.
Let me look.
I love my dog. My dog is with me all the time. He is literally gone with me everywhere. He's like
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll put it in the chat.
Oh no, you can go ahead. I'm just.
The Ace of Hearts is still available as of right now. I think it's the last ace.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for understanding about my dog, Bentley. I love my dog so much.
J-Tunes, I totally think a card would fit Joey's vibe. That's for sure. Which, guys, if you haven't seen J-Tunes art lately, you're missing out.
Oh my gosh, that recent piece he did, I was like, what?
I know. RC, it's so funny because J-Tunes sent it to me because we've been talking about it. And then J-Tunes sent it to me. And then RC sent it to me again, like freaking out about it. So it was very cool.
Yeah, I was like, did you see this? And she always sees everything before me. Thank you, Boofy. That's the stuff we've been learning, right? About using the cubes. Y'all think I'm crazy because I'm always like, cubes, cubes, cubes. And like, shut up, old man. I'm like, okay, all right. All right. They probably think my house is like cube shaped. Well, I guess it is cube shaped. I guess all houses are. Sorry. Oh, you die for my dog? He's a sweet dog. He's really very sweet. I love him so much. He has been with me through. He actually, I got him during a very difficult time in my life, and so he's been with me during like a very transformative era of my life, and he's been with me forever. And I adopted him as an adult dog. And Ella, would you mind? Do you have his? I think his hair is kind of like. I don't know. If
Yes. Let me send it real quick. I sent it too early. Oh, here it is. RC, most of the sketches. Oh, here's his sketch. Okay, here we go.
Where are you putting it?
In the sketchy.
Oh, okay. One second.
If that's all right with you.
Oh, okay. I see it. Got it. Thank you. Wasn't that an adorable Hugo I sent you? I sent you this morning a Hugo to tell you good morning. I don't think you responded to it. Maybe so.
I did, I thought.
Did you respond? I was like, here's a Hugo to like make your day happy, and I put a sunshine Hugo.
Aww.
Like, there he goes again with his fictional characters.
Mm-mm.
I drew some pretty adorable Hugos lately. You like that? You like the old man jokes? Shut up, old man. Idiot. God. What do you know? How are we doing now? How much time have I spent? Just so I know where I am.
10 minutes.
I did this in 10 minutes? Oh,
yep.
Wow. Okay. That's good. This one's a little less complicated of a sketch, so. Pose. The other one, whenever you do like a symmetrical pose, you know, it's symmetrical ones are very difficult because, well, in a way they're not difficult because you can kind of do the old mayor's trick like I was doing, but, you know, but at the same time you got to make it look natural, you know? Thanks, Eric. Yeah, Ella always has these amazing ideas. She's got these awesome ideas for like events and all these cool like theming stuff. She's always like, "Oh, what about this?" I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Let's do that."
I've got some fun ones planned. Some fun events.
40 minutes drawing apps. See, C's very funny. Very funny, C. Very funny. See, look. See, Boofy even does that in class. See? Like just trying to help and then shut up, old man. What do you know?
You're so mean to yourself. It makes me sad. I don't like it.
Why don't you stop drawing and use AI, old man?
Ugh. I didn't like that.
God. Ella's got a huge brain. Ella's insanely smart.
You guys.
Do not.
Gassing me up.
Do not with Ella.
Oh, don't worry. We're thinking about tarot cards too.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. It's on the list.
Sorry, hold on a second. Hey, Drew. What do you think, Ella? Did I get this right? The way you wanted it?
Yeah. I really like this one. I actually really, really like this one.
Okay. And
hey, Purple.
Hey, Purple. Hey, everyone. Okay. So I'm like at what? 13 minutes now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 12 minutes.
I think Fabian will like this for sure.
Oh, I totally agree.
I like saying Fabian's name. It reminds me like he's like a fantasy character.
I like the name Fabian a lot. I like the name Theo. It's one of my favorite names. I like the name Fabian. Um, I like strong, like 4 or 5 letter names. Those are
What
my
about
favorite.
Christopher? You don't like Christopher?
I like, and I like Christopher too. Christopher is a little. I like it for something soft, like like a like a like a fairy tale. I like it. You know,
soft.
Like a yeah, you know, like it reminds me of like Christopher Robin. You know, you go, oh, it's like, oh, it's Christopher.
Fine.
I don't dislike the name. I actually really like the name.
Well, I used to trick people and tell people my middle name was Topher. And people would
that
believe
was evil.
Like, yeah, my middle name is Topher.
Mean-spirited.
It's gonna be cool to see all these together. You'd be like, oh wow, did I drew all that. How did I do that?
That's how you're gonna feel with, I think, the manga too, right?
Oh, I absolutely will feel that way. Whenever I finish a page, I'm always like, how did I do that?
I really like the way you've started to draw noses today.
It depends.
It's a little
on the
bit
angle.
different.
Well, if I draw from a certain angle, then I'll do it this way. Like if it's like straight on down, like straight on. It depends on the angle, which kind of nose I choose to draw.
Alien ears. Yeah, just headphones.
So there's this channel that my kids like to watch, that YouTube channel that I forget what the name of the person is, but she takes like dolls, like Barbie dolls and stuff, you know, or like, I don't know, like Monster High and whatever, and just all sorts of like different dolls, and she like converts them, like she turns them into like different characters. Right? Like she takes them apart.
I love that. Actually,
I love
I think
watching.
That's so
it's
cool.
So much fun. Have you watched those before?
No, but I've seen kind of other stuff like that. Maybe I've seen a video or two, but I think stuff like that is so cool.
I love it. It's so really amazing, like how she's able to create these amazing characters, you know, out of this stuff. Usually they're just originals, and she like strips the whole thing down. She'll take it and then she will like put acetone or something and like take all the paint off the face, to literally strip it down to the base, right? And then she creates these just amazing, just brilliant pieces, and they're just so fun to watch.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Another one, there was this other girl that they used to like to watch that like she would take what are these things called? Hold on, let me think. They're kind of like foam things that you squish, and then they kind of like go back into shape. Do you know what I'm talking about? What are those called?
They're like fidget toys, yeah.
No, they're not fidget. Well, I think some can be fidget, but they're not. Oh my god, what are those called? Hold on. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? They're like, they'll come in like different, you know, you can have all sorts of ones, right? You could have like
stress balls.
You can have stress balls, but they also come like in animals, and cartoon characters and
Mm-hmm.
food.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone know what I'm talking about?
Like a specific brand, you mean?
No, it's not a brand. They're just called something like squishies or something. Something like.
I know, like Squishmallows is like the popular brand.
No, it's not
Is
a
that what you're
brand. It's
talking
like
about?
it's a type of. Maybe they're squishies.
I'm throwing in the towel. I give up.
Oh man,
I'm sorry.
are you imagining things again? No one knows what I'm talking about, apparently. I'm making all this up. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, whatever they're called, she would take them, and they were usually all like nasty and like molded and like, you know, squishables. Yeah, they're like squishables. God, what are they called? And then she would like clean them, right? And like repaint them or restore them. And I love watching that kind of stuff, you know. I'm also a sucker for there's this guy, I think he's in France. He does these like restoration of like stuff, like old stuff. Like he did an old Squishies candy, maybe that's what Squishies, maybe that's what it's called. I think that's what I said earlier, Squishies. This guy in France, he like takes old, like he took like an old desk fan, for example, from like the 40s, right? It was all rusted and whatever, right? Or like just like really old stuff, and then he, you know, restored it. You know, he put it through like chemical baths and all sorts of stuff, repainted it, redid the electronics, and I just love watching that stuff.
I like the restoration stuff too. I'm not gonna lie, I like that kind of stuff for sure.
The rug cleaning, I have seen rug cleaning videos too. I find them very satisfying too. I think I find something. Okay, is this not awesome? Like, what is this? You like this or no?
I know it's very awesome.
Okay.
It's very
I
anime.
need
It's
the
very
occasional
manga.
Ella. I need Mama Ella to occasionally like tell me that she's gonna put it on the refrigerator. So.
Aww, if I could
just
put all your art on the refrigerator, I totally would.
See, she's very good at making me feel good. What was I saying? I was saying something in there. I forgot. Oh, I find those things
stuff.
to be really wholesome. Like the wholesomeness I find is like, I think humans. I think there's, maybe I'm reading too deep into this, but the wholesomeness that I find out of it is that, you know, we want to see things get better. You know, we want to see people and things get better. You know.
Yes. Yes, I love that.
You know, and so I take it as almost kind of like a good sign. You know, I don't know what.
No, I agree. It's like cathartic.
It is, yeah. Look, I'm going blonde, bro.
You're just glowing.
I'm turning into Hugo.
I'm gonna need a huge fridge, you're right. Yeah, so Max Hatter, that's a really good question. So basically how karmastry works is well, how payback phantoms work specifically for like escape artists is they sort of represent the karmastry that was used to create them. They're always sort of like, they've always kind of got that rabbit ear shape, but the way that they look sort of depends on like what karmastry was used. So say like somebody blasts a lot of fire, well, they might come back in a little fiery, you know, coal like karmastry. So the ones that you see on like the website and stuff, those are just like the base forms.
Oh, has he seen the karmastry guide? Maybe you want to drop a link if he hasn't seen it.
Yeah, he said that he's understood that they got bigger. You know, he just wanted to see like if they always looked like that.
Yeah, they change. Like she said, they can really change depending on what karmastry was. Those are kind of like just like the generic base ones, but they can change based on what's happening.
You're just saying exactly what I said.
Yeah, I'm just reiterating. I'm sorry. I'm just reiterating. You know,
I'm just kidding. It's okay. I'm just kidding.
Now I'm gonna go like, idiot. God, stop correcting her. But I wasn't correcting her. It doesn't matter. Just opening your mouth, you're creating a problem.
I didn't say any of that.
See how my brain works? I'm going to be really upset with myself all day for repeating what you said. I'm just validating what you said. All right. I think we're coming to the end of this one. What do you think? Fridge worthy?
Definitely fridge worthy.
Look at that. Oh, that turned out good. How's that? What do you guys think? Whew, how much time did that take me?
Let me see. 25 minutes.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly at the time. All right. Fabian, I know you're not here with us, but thank you for this one. I hope you like this one. Okay.
How are you feeling?
Ooh, good.
Good.
Next.
Okay, so the next one is, let me look here, is for Thomas's character Silas.
Okay.
Who is the King of Hearts, I believe.
Okay. Silas.
He looks so good. You did a really good job.
Thank you. Okay, so he's just kind of like this?
Yeah, using some karmastry, I think.
Okay.
He's all about those mind powers.
Okay. After this one, I need to go make coffee. Just letting you know. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
I wish we were in a studio so I could just go make it for you.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. I would never send her to make me coffee, but that is very sweet of her to do.
No, but I would want to help.
Aw, you help. You have no idea. She says, I want to help. She like literally is the definition of help. She does everything around here. Did you forget? Did you remember to eat today, RC? Oh, I guess you're right. I need to eat.
I worry. I worry.
Mama Ella worried about me. She's always worried about me. I think she's worried I'm gonna like accidentally electrocute myself or something.
I do worry.
Is Thomas here?
I'm not sure.
Ragnarok, are you home yet? Are you drawing those rib cages? Just checking. You think I forget? Goofy, you drawing your rib cage? You working on your profiles?
Your own rib cage. Draw your own rib cage. That's pretty scary. Any theater stories? Well, we used to do all these like when I was in college, we had all these warm-ups, these like tongue twistery warm-ups that you would do to like loosen up your jaw and stuff. And they hurt, you know, like cuz they would really stretch your jaw. But we would always find like new ones that we really liked that were really funny, and we would go around and like we would it was it was so dumb. It was so stupid, but we would be like very proud of our newest tongue twister. We'd be like, "Oh, like I learned a new tongue twister," and everybody'd be like, "Oh, teach it to us." And then we would all do it for like the next week, and you'd feel like top dog cuz your tongue twister was being used for the week. It was
Oh,
very dorky, but that's the kind of fun that we had. So that's my theater story of the day.
didn't you tell us a story that was? You had a really good story about that guy who like.
Gary Busey.
Oh, it was Gary Busey. That's what it was, Gary Busey. That was a
Yeah,
great
that was pretty
story.
funny. That was a pretty funny story. I'll have to tell it again. I'll have to tell it again. Maybe during the super sketchy, if you remind me, I'll tell it again. It's been a long enough time, I think. Max, thank you for the questions. So, yeah, it looks really similar to Flux Destiny is really similar to our reality. It's got, um, pretty similar architecture, except for Flux Destinies, which can basically be whatever you want. Holidays, yes, some are similar. There are some added ones. Books, that's a harder question because there's not necessarily a one for one of people in the world, at least not yet. So there you're not going to find like there might be like a Shakespeare equivalent, but we don't I don't think he's necessarily called Shakespeare. He might be something else because our world is kind of like based on karmastry. So, there might be a creative Shakespeare out there, but I don't know if he'd be called, I don't know if it's a one for one like that. We haven't I don't think we've even really we've thought about that. So, because they're kind of different. They're different kinds of celebrities. So,
He'd be called Shake Sword.
yes.
Oh. Has anyone seen if you've seen Short Circuit, there's a moment where have you seen Short Circuit, Ella? You haven't seen it. I know I'm gonna ask you and you're gonna be like, no, what is that? A great movie from the 80s, about a robot that comes to life, and great movie. It's super cute. Shake well. Anyway, he's like laughs at a joke at a certain point. He's like, oh. It's very funny. Joe knows. Is Joe here tonight? Joe's not here, is he? Right when I need him.
No, Moose isn't here.
Joe knows. C, do you know? Did you see the movie? C is my. I think we determined yesterday that Joe gave up on being my Joe knows, and now C knows, right? Isn't that what we came to the conclusion?
Don't give up.
Okay, Thomas over here, aura farming. What do you think?
I think it looks really good. I think you're killing it. I really do.
You.
And you're 6 minutes in.
What?
Yep.
Bro, what?
You took a long time with Zach, and then you were like, never again. You like this post too, Nikki?
Aw, thanks, Nikki. Short Circuit. Okay, Pinky knows Short Circuit. Short Circuit does go hard. Great movie. Great.
Pinky and C are good Moose understudies, I think.
They are great wingmen, I'll tell you that, because
wing people.
Excuse me, people. Ella, could you give me
a reference? Yeah, I'm slacking off over here.
I just want to see his hair again real quick.
I'm taking the day off. I should.
What's that?
I said what? I'm taking the day off. I'm just like chilling over here.
Oh. Sean Archer and Castor Troy, another great movie.
I really think that Pinky and C are your go. You need to.
You know it. You know it. I know they'll never. I know they won't let me down.
They'll never let you down. Oscar, hold on. I can't grab you right now because I'm getting a reference for RC. Okay, go ahead and step all. No, no, no. Buddy. Buddy.
Ella, while you're looking, Carl was asking if the 6 of spades is available. So the lore channel, the lore question channel is if you're in Discord. It's not necessary. Like our Discord is usually. You're in Discord, aren't you? In the Discord, isn't Max in the Discord? Max
Yeah.
Hatter?
So it's um you go in the lore question channel and you can submit answers if you want. Um it's like a new system, so you can submit questions if you want, but all the answers are available for everybody. It's just a new system, so everything's organized and we're not getting like 100 messages that we can't answer. Which, speaking of, RC has some questions to answer in there.
I know. I'm sorry. I've been super busy. I will. I have not. I've fallen behind on those, and I'm going to answer. I promise. Ella, I might need you to like remind me because I'll. You know me.
I don't know you.
I thought I knew you.
Everybody hold on just a second. I'm sorry, I'm doing several things at once.
It's okay, Max. Cam can help you with that. Cam, they're having trouble finding the what's it called? The lore channel? The lore ask lore question? I think it's at the top. I think. Look at that, bro. Wow, that was fast. Got that mapped out.
Where is my brain? Do you have a brain?
You like the poofy hair? Nikki, I love drawing the poofy hair. Sometimes I'll inadvertently make character OC's hair even puffier than it's supposed to be. I've always had an obsession with big hair. I'd always threaten to do the whole like buzzed hair, like buzz my hair down. But
I think you'd look really good.
You do? You think
Yeah.
so? I think I would look. I don't know. I think I don't know. I think I'd. I don't know. I always wanted to try it just once, but I really like my long hair, and so just once. I should have done it if I was gonna do it. I should have done it at the beginning of the summer. But then now you wouldn't see the golden locks. You wouldn't see the golden. With a high and tight. I think I told this story before. One time I did go, I bleached my hair My dad lost it. I was like in my 20s, okay? And my dad lost his mind over it. I was like, as if I had like, you know, I was like, well, first of all, I'm in my 20s. And second of all, acting like I had like gotten like a full body tattoo or something. You know, he was like losing his mind over it. Like I brought shame to the family. I was like, it's just bleach. I was like, are you okay? You know? I'm very neurotic thanks to my... It is. Sometimes I inadvertently realize that I draw like Hugo's hair the way my hair kind of works sometimes. And so I was always wondering if, I was like, I wonder if Ella notices this. I sometimes draw him basically with how my hair works.
That you have the same hairstyle as Hugo?
Yeah, that I basically...
Oh, I know this. I'm very aware.
There are actual scenes where it's like, because you'll notice my hair will change like 5 times because I'll be pushing it around, and I kind of do the same thing with him, where his hair will fall forward and backwards, and he pushes it back, and takes after his daddy. Okay, Ella, I'm killing it with this today.
You totally are killing it.
I'm like on a mission to make Ella proud, and I'm like, when I never want to like disappoint her, and I'm always like, I'm disappointing Ella today. I just want Ella to be happy. God, you did it again. You disappointed Ella.
Never.
Idiot. God, you're such an idiot.
Okay, they should all be, all of the cards should be updated, in the system now for what's taken. And to answer Carl's question, I think 6 of spades is still open. Yes. Sorry. I know you asked me that like literally 20 minutes ago.
You know, Pinky, I normally do get an undercut. You can't really tell right now, but it's like you can see it flops over. So this is like really grown out a bit, but I usually do it, but then it ends up doing this where it like parts in the middle and like flops over. And so you'll see there's actually this page I just finished where Hugo looks to the side and his hair like flops forward like this. And then he looks back and then his hair goes back. Thank you, Nikki. I love drawing Silas. You have the same thing? Yeah. It's kind of fun because you can kind of change your look based on the mood. It's my one customizable feature. Yeah, he's got Kazuo Tauruses. A lot of like, I figure a lot of like quantum types, like they have these kind of, they use gauges a lot. Ella, if you're in the middle of something, don't worry. I'm just curious about the time. How I'm doing.
Those are my cats, don't worry. You're at 18 minutes. So doing really great.
I think I'm gonna finish this right on time. Oh, you notice? I think it's kind of subconscious, Eric. I think I subconsciously self-insert it.
Are Tauruses powered at all times? If you have karma
They
pulled into them.
exactly. I don't think they naturally like. I think if you charged a Taurus and you like left it, it would probably naturally like, leak out karma. I think. I don't think it would be like kind of like a battery, in that sense. I think the karma would naturally return to the card over time, but
Mm-hmm.
not like immediately. Like it would be something like you could have it charged up for a while, but I think there's a natural like leakage, you know.
So Maple is saying if you have a really tight Taurus, like as a choker or on your arm, you have to get it like put on there. Like it's not coming off. You know what I mean? Like, or you'd have to wiggle it on, Like especially if you get one like around your neck, you're gonna need to go to a Taurus smith to do that, right?
We got this question recently. This is one of those questions I'm going to be answering in the channel. This is actually a really good question that someone had asked recently. I need to give like a full answer to.
Yeah, don't listen to me. Disregard what I said. Read RC's thing. It'll be better. Yes, no. A gauge is what's in Silas's ear right now, so it stretches. So instead of like an earring that goes through the ear like this, it stretches the ear this way. Like it's literally like a hole in somebody's ear.
If you take it off after you charge a Taurus, can you discharge it freely without? Yeah, you can totally do that, and many will. Like, it's a charged Taurus is can be dangerous, right? You don't want to leave just like hanging around. Like, in fact, it's like safety protocol, right? If you're an escape artist, you don't leave your Taurus charged. It's like leaving a loaded gun. I mean, like, you just don't want to. You want to be very caught. Well, a loaded gun's probably not a good analogy.
Well, I mean, it's pretty dangerous.
Like, but yeah, it's dangerous, right? So you just want to be careful.
It's like leaving a candle with cats.
Yeah, leaving a candle with cats. I like that.
Sorry, RC. I was answering a lot of messages. I hope I didn't
okay.
leave you hanging too much.
It is totally okay. I'm almost done with this.
I want to make sure everybody knows what cards are available as they come in.
No problem. Boofy, did you see how I used the cube here for the hand? Exactly. That's exactly what you said is exactly right. And there are actually things called karma capacitors too. They help like hold extra charge. Hey, Ruben. By the way, if you're new here, I'll take a quick second to say hi. I'm RC Helix. I'm the creator of Flux Destiny. I'm here with my right-hand woman, Ella, who's awesome.
I'm feeling more like a left hand today.
It's okay. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, honey? Does anyone know what that's from? I'm always like quoting random things.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's pretty crude what it's from anyway, so I probably shouldn't talk about it. But it's so funny. karma rectifier? Like, you mean... Is that a type of electron? What is a rectifier? Isn't that like
Like
from Tron?
to push. My guess is that it's like to artificially siphon karma, but Tauruses just kind of do that. Like if they're programmed to, like in tech, that's what they do anyway. Escape artists have to do it manually, though. That's my guess. I could also be wrong. You know who's not very much of a tech girly? Is me. You know? Like, somebody gave me like a Instapot, and I'm like, an Instapot? I'll just use my pressure cooker. You know, like, I'm very, like, I'm a cottage core girly, okay?
I love that.
So,
I love that about Ella, cottage core. Our cottage core queen.
I'm not very high tech. Which is why when, you know, RC hired me, like, was hiring me, I, like, was lying. He was like, do you know a lot about retro tech? Do you know a lot about the 90s? I was like, yes. No.
She's like, I don't know. I'm gonna quote Winston Zedmore from Ghostbusters. If there's a steady paycheck involved, I'll believe anything you say. A rectifier converts AC current to DC current. I think that concept, the concept of AC versus DC as it relates to karma, it doesn't. Karma has a positive and negative charge, and you can't convert it.
Yeah.
So you can't convert positive karma into negative because it has to come from, you know, the source, right? It has to be sourced.
Yes. 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 See, I didn't know what they were talking about. I had no clue.
Oh, could you convert karma into electricity? That is a good question. Let me think about that for a second.
They don't really use electricity, you know?
Electricity exists, but like she said, it's not like in Fortuna, it's not used, right? Because everything is driven by karma. Other countries that are not karma powers, they use electricity. I guess technically, given what karmastry can do, you could possibly do that.
You would risk payback, I would imagine, if you're trying to convert it. It's like karma is converting one thing into another thing anyway. So anytime you try to do that, you know, you're risking payback, right? So if you try to do it artificially, right? I don't know.
I got to think about it for a second because it's a really good question. No one's asked me that yet, and I got to think about that before I give like a full, like, I have to think about that for a minute. All right, how's this look?
I think it looks really good.
We're gonna leave this hand in the front. That's okay.
Yeah, I agree. I'll say about your guys' lore questions, if you ask a really good question and RC has to kind of like think about it, it probably means that you don't have to worry about it for a little while because it's not like pressing in the story. Like you might not run into it. You know what I mean? Like you might not run into that problem. So at least that's the good news, is it's like, unless you're writing a character based around it, you know.
Okay, I think I finished. So, I see. How long did it take me to do this one?
30 minutes.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Okay, so let me take a quick break to answer a couple of other questions here. If you stab a karma powered out, yes, it would shock. Yes, you would be shocked. Absolutely. Do the equivalent of karma power lines? Yes, karma power lines exist. They're not big. They're like these giant, what they call torus fields, which are like, they kind of like colloquially call it ring fields. these giant toruses that siphon karma from the environment, and then they're channeled through power lines essentially to throughout the country. Could someone open a diet food restaurant with karmastry since it contains no nutrients? You would basically be, you would go, the answer is yes, it wouldn't be diet, because a proper diet, right, you still have nutrition, right? Like, if you eat food made of karmastry, because it doesn't have any nutrition, it would be like eating nothing, right? So you would eat it, you would taste it, but it would not fill you. In fact, there probably are like disorders of people like eating like karmastry food, and like it's probably worse than, like, there's some probably pretty bad ones in there because of people like thinking they can diet doing that, and they are literally starving themselves, right? So you have to be very careful with that.
Yeah, it's probably it. If it is anything like RC says, and it's like becoming a disorder, it's probably not allowed to be like a restaurant, you know?
Yeah, you have to be very careful about that kind of stuff because, for obvious reasons. All right, how's this?
I think it's great.
All right, that turned out good. This will be fun when we flip
It turned out really good.
Okay, how bad would the shock be if you dropped a karma toaster in the bathtub? You would die.
Yeah.
You would die. If you generate electricity,
Yeah.
if you generate electricity through karma, is rubber still effective against it? If it's electricity, yeah. But the other question is that there is this thing, by complete coincidence, it's called mu metal. It's not, it was just by complete coincidence it's called mu metal, that is like an insulator for karma. You should look that up. All right. Can I grab a coffee real quick? Can I take a 2-second break?
Yeah.
Did I earn it?
I'll keep answering questions if I can.
He
looks amazing.
I'm really proud of this one.
I'll keep answering questions if I can.
Before I go, let me just, I'll be gone like literally 2 minutes. Let me just make up. Look, let's flip it and see what it looks like. Ella, were there any others that you want to tell them are still available? They've probably already asked you, so.
Yes, I think I answered all the questions in here. If anybody has any specific, like, hey, I want to get this one, let me know. I think I tried to get all of them in.
Okay, we did 3. Ella's trying to get me to do 6, so I'm gonna try my best.
5 is my goal. 6 is a dream, you know?
6 is a dream? Okay. Let me go grab that coffee. I'll be 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Ella, you mind holding on the floor?
I got it. Yeah. Yes. Water, as far as I know, water can conduct karma. Yes. It's not exactly like electricity, but yes, it can. Maple, I'm not quite sure how to answer this. It depends, I guess, on what kind of stove you're using, if it's gas or not. Steal something? I wish I could steal stuff from RC's office. I would one by one, I would take his pop figures and I'd put them behind me instead. Never be sorry for your questions. I'm sorry if we're waffling a little bit. There's some stuff that's just like, we're trying to still kind of figure out. You should always listen to RC's answers. Sometimes I'll say stuff that is just sort of my limited knowledge. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm just trying to answer quickly, but RC might have kind of a more solid idea. And please ask any question that you want. It's totally fine. We just can't answer. There's some questions that we just might not be able to. We don't know everything. We're not experts. You know, RC's more of an expert than I am. Oh, Ruben. I'm sorry I'm making you guys cry. Oh yeah, it's just his dog. His dog is coughing. That would be funny if he's just right by the mic blowing his nose really hard. That would be really funny. Which, by the way, if you guys have, like, questions, we actually have a whole YouTube series here on our YouTube about Tauruses, payback, you know, intro to, what else have we done already? Into Flux Destiny as a whole. We've done a little bit of like a karmastry. So if you have specific questions, we're doing series on that. So just to answer some of your questions, if you want to see it in video form, some like a good rundown. And also, you know, a really good place to find lore answers is actually in the core rulebook. There's like 120, I think, pages of lore that answers questions about cities and karmastry and fish bowls and Tauruses and all kinds of stuff like that. Oh, purple, I will. I promise. I promise.
Okay, I'm back. See, that was fast.
That was very fast.
Okay.
We missed you.
No, you didn't. Okay. What's next? Thank you, Thomas.
Okay. So next, let me see. Let me get to the thing. Next is Mal's character, the sassy cat who you like so much.
Oh, the sassy cat. Yeah.
Yeah, the sassy cat Mal. Let me send you a reference real quick. Mal was kind enough to send me your art back. But I put a pose suggestion that I thought was really fun. But you don't have to use it if you don't want to.
That's cute. Okay, let's try it. Thank you, Nikki. Sassy cat. I think this was part of my furry awakening.
It was, yeah.
The way Ella, it was.
It was. You specifically had a whole moment about it. And we were all kind of sitting here like... No, I'm just kidding. Everybody was in with you.
All right. All right. I may be... Pardon me. I'm drawing the characters over these, like... This is just the... Obviously, they're going to be paired up with their right suit on the card, so don't pay attention to what's there. This is just kind of a placeholder for me to draw over. We'll pair them up to their proper ones. Okay?
Yeah. I put all this hard work into putting out the layers and matching them with cards, but it's whatever.
No, it's there. I've been naming them. Then we can just go and like move them.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
See, I disappointed her. I'm
It's
gonna
okay. I
quote.
just put
I'm gonna
a lot
quote
of hard
Roy
work into something, and
Mustang.
I just want you to love me and say I'm doing a good job.
I'm gonna quote Roy Mustang. I hurt you again.
Have you ever watched the movie Fall Guy? I think it came out pretty recently with who was it? Gosling, I think, was in it.
I
Did you see
stopped
that
watching
movie?
TV in like 2003. So just
No, 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 it's a movie.
oh, okay. What's that? What's that?
It's
No, I
called
don't think
Fall
I.
Guy. It's about a stunt. It's based off of the old TV show Fall Guy,
Yeah.
but it's movie. It's I think you'd really like it. It's super funny. I really 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 think you should go watch it. I think you'd like it. It's like a love letter to movie making. It's
Oh,
really
okay.
cool. I really think you'd like it. It's really
Okay.
funny too.
I would love to watch that. Fall Guy.
Fall Guy. Yeah,
I'm all
with
in for it.
Gosling.
I like Ryan Gosling. Oh, that's awesome. You made a Full Metal OC.
I don't think RC can like his own character like that though.
What's the what?
Max is defending cause and saying like, "Hey, I was here first," you know, with the whole like animal aesthetic.
Oh, the furry awakening thing. Oh. Drawing these squirrels. I'm like, is it hot in here? Is it just me?
Oh my gosh, no.
Hey, Alan.
Ruben says, I had a question about biokarmastry. Would healing and biokinetic karmastry be used both positive and negative karmastry?
Yep. Yes, in that you could use negative karma to. So negative karma, despite its name, has practical uses, right? Like you use negative karma to like cut things or break things or like to tear things down or to stop things from. So you could use negative karma, for example, to cut off a skin tag or something, right? You could use, you know,
Yeah.
So the answer is yes.
The way I think of it, and RC may correct me here, but if something is going to happen anyway, and you are kind of speeding up the process of it, then it is positive because it's sort of like that's what it was going to do anyway, you know? And it's like, and then if you're doing something that is going against sort of the natural, like what was going to happen is negative. Now there's like obviously gray, you know what I mean? There's a lot of gray in there. You know, like creating things is positive, but it's like that might not have happened without you. So there's like it's sort of more nuanced than that. But like healing, for example, like if you help somebody's cut get healed, that's positive because it's sort of like, well, you're kind of just speeding up the process, you know? RC might correct me.
No, I
That's
think
kind of how I like
agree
to
with
think of
you.
it.
I think that's a good way to
Okay,
put it.
great. Yes, I did something right tonight.
You
Here we
always
go.
do things right. What are you talking about? You always do
I
things
think
right.
about it, so I like to think about karmastry from like a writer's point of view. You know what I mean? And RC is obviously the artist, so he sees it in like imagery. And so sometimes we think about it just a little bit differently. And that's my fault because I don't ask him. I just go.
No,
you know?
no. I just sometimes think of it from a technical standpoint, and I think, okay, well, how does this reflect in the story? And I mean, in the how it would practically be used, and so and what the implications are if it's used a certain way. So no, you answer fine. Sometimes there's things that I'm like, I think it'd be a little different, but.
So Max, like I said, when you heal somebody, it's not that you're sticking something new on top of it. It's biochemistry people use it to enhance somebody's natural recovery. So that's why you couldn't cure cancer or something. It doesn't work like that. You have to kind of just like help somebody. You can help with surgery, like help speed up the process or help new organs kind of fit better or whatever, but you couldn't regenerate an organ. That's not how it works.
If you try to do that, if you try to regenerate organs and see, they use biochemistry to shape shift and stuff in cosplay karmastry, which is a segment of biochemistry. But the thing is that it's temporary, right? Like you don't want to keep that going because there's payback associated with that.
And it won't last. You make a new organ, you make a new heart, and it will leave, you know,
that's
in
right.
a couple of seconds.
And the people from Paragon who developed cosplay karmastry, they have an interest. Like you'll find out that there is the question might be, well, how do they stay in that form without payback? And so we'll learn about that over time, how they've managed to do that.
And biochemistry is pretty tricky, you know, especially medical stuff. So it's really nuanced, you know. It can definitely help with a lot of things, surgery, you know, stitches, looking into the body to see what's wrong. But it's not necessarily like a miracle, you know. It's not like magic in that it specifically like with biochemistry and like healing. Like obviously Hugo can like create constructs and stuff, but they're temporary, right? So healing a person is different. Like you can use it to set a bone, but you can't make a new bone because it'll just go away, right? Does that make sense? So it's a little bit different when it comes to like healing and the body, you know, specifically.
I should also add to that to be clear, like the effects of karmastry are permanent. So for example, if you used karmastry to burn something, right? Or to break something, or to, you know, shift a landscape or something, like the effects of it are permanent. That doesn't go away.
Yeah.
When we say that karmastry is temporary, we're talking about if you create something like when Marco creates his paper airplane, like his little paper airplane constructs with karmastry, those things outside of a Flux Destiny only have a short lifespan, right? And they get wiped away. Yeah. If you're in a Flux Destiny, they stay as long as you want, right? But in the real world, you have to, like, people can create things temporarily, like tools and things like that. And it's like,
yeah, you could help. You could stitch somebody up using a, you know, a karmastry needle, but the thread would need to be real. Does that make sense? Like there's there's kind of a nuance there because the needle you could use, right? So there's kind of that difference. And if you cut somebody with karmastry, a blade, you know, or something like that, that effect still happens. That will still be there. So there are ways that people, obviously there are a lot of bio users who use it for doctoring, you know, and helping people, and healing, right? And in fact, it's the biggest study of escape artists that there is biochemistry, because it deals with plants, animals, nature, elemental stuff, and the body. So it's a really, really big study.
That's right.
And of course, I'm not a doctor, so you might have a question that I might be like, I don't know. You know, I don't know if that would work. But obviously, you know, we'll try to answer your questions.
And you can try to keep something going, like, right? Like, let's say you created I don't know, like a rock, like in the real world, you created a giant stone or something, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something like a boulder. Well, you can try to keep it around, right? By pumping more karma into it. The problem is that eventually the great machine starts getting pissed off and starts generating payback, because it's not supposed to be there. You're kind of like forcing things into existence that aren't. You're messing with causality, right? You're creating things that are not supposed to be there. And so Hugo and Marco explain this in one of the videos very well, where they explain that karmastry stacks on itself, right? So the more things you do, you can start messing with reality and start like screwing up reality with all these things that are not supposed to be there. And so that's why the undertow exists.
Yeah. And Ruben brings up a really good point here. Somebody's understanding of the human body determines the effectiveness of their biochemistry.
Yes.
Yeah, your skill and knowledge, and they talk about this in the video too, is super important. If I was going to try to make a rain cloud, I would need to know what a rain cloud is made up of to do that properly. Otherwise, I would just make a fake rain cloud. Like I would just sketch.
It would just
you know
be,
what I mean?
It would just be,
sketch.
yeah, or like it would just be a water that could, it's
right,
like
and it would just fall down. Right.
Yeah, you have to know what you're doing. That's one of the thing is that this is actually a really good question, because Ella and I were talking about this the other day. Someone had asked a question that I think you need, that I want to make sure I clarify. It's not like magic in that you can't just like suddenly know how to do karmastry. There's a reason why these schools exist, because it's a science and you got to learn how to do it. And so it doesn't just, hello cat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
yes.
not like magic that just like some people are in some other magic systems. Magic is like something that people can be born with, and no, it's like, it would be like me. I was telling Ella, it would be like me waking up and learning how to be like, suddenly I know how to do biochemistry,
right?
Not karmastry, biochemistry, or suddenly I became great at, I don't know, hydraulic engineering. Like I just knew how to, it just doesn't, you have to study it, right?
Yeah.
So,
you have to, and I would argue that the world of Flux Destiny is a harder world to live in, because you have to know you have to be a master to use karmastry well. That's why now our OCs, we love all of our OCs. Our OCs are unique because they are characters that are sort of just like, they're jumping right into the story, right? In reality, in the world of Flux Destiny, there are very, very few expert escape artists, right? There are very few, because it's that difficult. It is so hard to learn the very specific, like, nuancy things of karmastry. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh, here's a book and here's a cloud. It's like, you have to know what it looks like and feels like, and what it's doing,
yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. It's very Hugo is like, to know those things about physics. He's smart. He's smarter than RC and I. You know what I mean? Like, he's a kid, but like,
yeah,
he's super smart.
I could not do clockwork karmastry. I wouldn't be able to do it, because I'm not like naturally gifted math and physics kind of person. Like, I understand it philosophically, but like, I'm not, it just doesn't come to me. Hugo's really smart. He can do, when it comes to like math, he can do math, in his head. He can do pretty complex math. And so that's the kind of talent you need to be able to do clockwork karmastry, because it's physics based, right? Marco, for example, would not be good with clockwork karmastry, because he's not adept at math, right? Just like Hugo is not creative in the artistic sense, right? He would not be able to do that. So it just depends on what your skill is. Yeah, it's a really good question though, when you guys ask about that, because it's important that it's not just something that, oh, I was born with the talent to do to do karma. Hold on, let me stop for a second, because I can't draw and have this conversation at the same time. By the way, how am I doing on
time? You're about 10 minutes in. We've been yapping a lot.
Okay. So no, I'm doing pretty good. Okay, let me take a 2-second break to answer this.
Okay, and then I've got a lot more questions. So
okay, so when Ella was saying how, not everyone in this universe is an escape artist or whatever. Like, it's hard to become an escape artist. You have to learn it. You have to go through these schools. You have to understand the science behind all this. It appears like magic, because obviously it's a reality bending kind of science, but it's not magic, right? There's like
it's not a quirk.
Yeah. So So that's why it's like you can't just be born with it. You got to go study it, right? Hugo wasn't born knowing how to do clockwork karmastry. He started studying it. And he had a natural, you know, leaning toward math and physics and things like that. So he knows it. You know, he can do that. Anyway, all right. What's the next question you had?
Okay, so Max Hatter says, I know people pass down their Tauruses, but could they be used for different types of karmastry? Like if somebody was creative and then passed their Tauruses down, could it be used for something else? And the answer is yes, but you have to remember the size of karma is really important. Because if I were in clockwork, I have to have a really big Taurus because I'm doing all these reality bending stuff. That's very different than somebody who's in creative who has just the 2 earrings. So you could, but it would be really difficult depending on the difference. Now, if you were passing down from creative to machine, sure. If you were passing down from creative to clockwork, that's not going to work. You'd have to get a new Taurus because it's just like the difference in what they're doing is so big. It just won't work.
She's absolutely right. There's certain types of karmastry that she's absolutely right in what she said, because clockwork requires a certain type of. I mean, you could do clockwork with a smaller Taurus, but it would be the effect of what you were capable of doing would be much smaller, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because but to do like real kind of clockwork karmastry, you need a big Taurus because it's a karma intensive type of karmastry. So that's a good question.
So Boofy is saying, does karmastry need clear intention to perform it? We've talked about this a couple of times. There are times where emotions may cause somebody to use karmastry, but for the most part, it needs intention. You have to do it on purpose. Like you couldn't. But there are nuances, I think, in which somebody might get super angry or might be thinking about something, and karmastry will sort of form because of their thoughts or what they're thinking. Now, it's not going to be like, oh, the whole mountain moved because I thought about the mountain moving. It's not like that. It's like little stuff, you know. That would be my answer. I don't know if RC is a different
I agree.
one.
I agree with that. Another thing too that you have to remember about Tauruses is that they get. I think this is in the wiki, or in the. I answered this. I think not in the wiki, in the answer channel, where it's like Tauruses. They kind of. You know how have you ever seen like when metal, like you take metal and you can like charge it magnetically to one pole or the other? The same thing kind of happens with Tauruses. They get kind of imprinted with their users like karmic signature, so to speak. So it's like you have to kind of like, you know, neutralize it. I don't remember. I think I had a term for this. I forgot what it was. But it's like you have to basically like degauze it or whatever, so that it'll like return back to like a neutral state. So that's another thing to think about. How am I doing, Ella? You like this?
I like it a lot. Pinky was asking, and I went ahead and answered this. RC, I just realized you might have a different answer. It also kind of depends. But Pinky was asking, where would Taurus Smiths lie? And I actually said machine, but it also could be creative. So that's my answer. I just realized that you might have a different answer though.
My answer would be that it would not. That it would only be out of machine karmastry that they come out of.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it, was that they only come out of the machine school, and you don't necessarily have to go to a karmastry academy. You could learn it as a trade, but the ones who become like master Taurus Smiths and stuff, they go to like Wolfgang and other like major schools because they want to. You know, the more like advanced knowledge you have about it, by I think I made him a little too beefy. By by working directly like with escape, it's your knowledge becomes way more specialized because of that. If that makes sense. So. All right, I think I'm gonna start cleaning this up. Right, so this is gonna be an interesting. This one is gonna be kind of up and down, Ella. Like to do this, like to flip it, it's gonna be kind of like up and down.
Yeah, they're kind of gonna be laying. Yeah, that one's gonna be cool. How karma intensive are illusions? I would say, and RC can correct me like always tonight, that illusions are one of the hardest things to do as a creative karmastry user, because they involve creating things out of nothing. So that I would imagine that's one of the hardest things. Though for a creative person, they're pretty difficult because you're basically making constructs, you know? So if you're putting on a disguise like a mask or something, or a whole person or an animal, those are pretty intense because you've got to get the movement right, the sound right, the way that it moves, the color, you know? So I would say that's pretty intense because constructs like Hugo's gears are just like kind of a karmastry color. You know what I mean? They're just kind of see-through. You kind of, you know, they're not like real, but illusions are meant to look real, and that's very hard. In fact, most creative users can't do that. Like making something that looks real with karmastry is very difficult. So that's what I would say. It's pretty, out of all the things that creative karmastry users or creative karmastry escape artists can do, that's the most intense. So it's going to take a lot of karma. In fact, I would even go as far to say that if somebody in creative karmastry is specializing in illusions, that they would need more than 2 Tauruses. That they would probably need more earrings, because it's not they won't have enough karma to do it.
She's absolutely right. No, she's absolutely right about all that. And another thing to remember is that another reason why people go to these karmastry academies when they're studying to become escape artists for the purpose of creating Flux Destinies, which are essentially illusions, right? Is there's always something a little bit like unreal about them. Like they may look super perfectly like, but it's very hard to replicate reality. And so they work very hard. The best escape artists are the ones who can pull that off, you know, who can pull off the illusion and fool you into thinking something is real. And that's difficult. It's very, very difficult to do. And so she's absolutely right. It takes a lot of karma to do that, and that's why those are revered. Those kind of escape artists are revered because they can create these like amazing illusions, you know, that people think are real.
If they were just doing something, if they were doing something for entertainment, like, oh, here's a puppet, right? Like, you know, we have puppets, and then we have stuff that, like, animation, right? There's some animation that looks so real you couldn't even tell the difference. And there's some that's, like, stylistically chosen to not look real. There's a spectrum, right? With creative users, somebody might not need to make something look real, but if you're trying to make it an illusion, like it looks like something else, right? Not just animate something or just make something that is kind of there. If you're trying to make an illusion, that's super difficult.
And when she says illusion, she doesn't mean like smoke and mirrors, right? She doesn't mean like
no,
like a hologram. Like that's easy. Like anyone
that's
can do
easy.
That.
Yeah.
But to make something that's like has like volume and weight and whatever using karmastry in the real world, let alone a Flux Destiny, is very hard. So
yeah.
So creative karmastry, just like all creatives who, like, it drives me nuts when people are like, can I rant for a second? For like just 1 second? Literally
of course.
Like, I hate when people are like, oh, are you doodling? You know, like they reduce creativity and like art, whether it's drawing, whether it's writing, whether it's making music, they reduce it down to being like this, like, oh, you're just, no, and they don't understand the discipline and skill that you have to develop to be able to do those things. As a musician, for example, or as a writer, like, you know, Ella has written, for example, so much. And so she's developed all this experience from writing and performing, you know, that goes in.
Right.
So
I always
anyway.
hated the skit. Are you doing a skit? Can you put on a skit? Oh my, it's a sketch and get out. You know what I mean? Are you gonna do one of your little skits? Oh my god, I hate that word. Oh, I hate that. Like, you know, are you gonna like perform? Are you gonna do a sketch? You know, sure. A skit. Oh my gosh.
So a fishbowl, that's a good question. Maple. Fishbowls are really like limited by just their physical size, right? Unlike, so there's like this concept in Flux Destiny of like dimensional expansion, where you can take a canvas and make it feel like the inside is bigger than what the outside is, right? Which is another big skill that you learn as an escape artist, is to be able to do that. And fishbowls, I don't think have that capability of dimensional expansion. They're very rigid, right? So you're not going to be able to, like, there's only so much you can put in there based on the physical space that it has.
Yeah. Fishbowls are, I would say, different from Flux Destinies, that they don't have a lot of wiggle room with their size. Like, Flux Destinies have expansion. Yeah, canvases have expansion, but fishbowls are so tiny that I don't think the expansion really goes beyond what it is, you know, the size of it, you know?
Right.
It's pretty, unless you've got sort of like a projecting, you know what I mean? Something that's kind of sort of projecting upwards, but that's pretty difficult. So, you wouldn't be able to put in, unless your creature was really small, which takes an expert to do, more than really the size of the fishbowl, you know?
Right. That's absolutely right. It is.
So limited. If you had like a fishbowl that was this big, your creature would have to be about that big, you know, or smaller. You know, that's pretty much what you can do. How big is the world? So the world is Earth, basically. So it's just an alternate Earth. It's the same size.
Same size, that's right.
We have our own countries and world map. In fact, we're gonna release the world map next month. We were just talking about that. But it's the same size.
How's this looking, Mal? Almost done. How am I doing on time? I know I kind of talked in between all this.
We're at 25 minutes.
Oh, I'm just wrapping up. Perfect time.
Do we live in a fishbowl? It's possible.
Fishbowls.
No, we'd probably live in a Flux Destiny. If anything. So, Maple, I love your questions. I will say, I think a lot of your questions, I will always answer, it depends. Because if you're asking how smart fishbowl creatures are, it depends on you creating them. So, if you create them very smart, then they're smart. If you don't create them very smart, then they're not very smart. So, it depends.
Absolutely.
Is it possible to transfer a fishbowl creature into a Flux Destiny? Yes. In fact, there's a whole section in the core rulebook that goes over how to do that. Not how to do it, but about that.
That's a good question, because that's exactly what a lot of times people will use fishbowls for, is to move their designer animals and creatures and plants from one Flux Destiny to another. You need to use a fishbowl to do that. Now, it's called a fishbowl, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in the shape of a bowl. Like, they can be spheres, they can be cubes. It's just a cute name for them, but they're not actually. You're gonna see fish. The next couple pages in the manga, Hugo actually talks about fishbowls. You're gonna see that upcoming in the next update.
Eric's making fun of me because I'm saying it depends a lot, but that's, unfortunately, it's true. It really, almost everything in Flux Destiny is nuanced, It's really well thought out. So that's why I have to kind of go into like, well, can you clarify your question, because it depends on the power, the shape, the size, what you're using it for, who's using it. You know what I mean? There's 100 questions associated with it. So
Absolutely. And yeah, Maple, you don't have to worry, because you can definitely, Alice will be able to do that. Exactly what you described, using a fishbowl. Like, I imagine that people also collect fishbowls with creatures like you would Pokemon. Like, escape artists create designer creatures and people collect them, you know? If it got out of the fishbowl, it would not survive long outside of the fishbowl. The undertow would wipe away, unless it's in a Flux Destiny, so. All right, Ella, I think I finished this one. What do you think? Mal? I don't know if he's still here, but... How'd I do, Ella?
Okay, last question of the night. Last question. Because are you wrapping up, or are you going to do one more? What do you think?
I can do one more. How many have we done?
Okay, maybe not last question then.
Have I done 4?
4, yeah.
Okay, you want me to try to do 5, but if I can do 6 is what your goal is, right?
Just if you're feeling okay.
Okay, are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling all right. I'm getting a little bit of a headache, but I've always got a headache.
Then I'll take that as a sign that I should just do one more. So let me do one more, because I don't want to.
Let's do one more and see how we feel.
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Canvases can be used for public and private. Like, it's really, you can do whatever you want with them.
As long as you have the permit and stuff, you know. A really big one. You can't just use a really big...
You can't just go and like create... You can't spin up a Flux Destiny unless you're a escape artist, right? Because they're trained.
Yeah.
Flux Destinies can kill you, right? Like, if you step into a Flux Destiny and you don't know what you're doing when you build it, and it collapses, it will take everything with it. Like, if a Flux Destiny collapses, is a very dangerous thing, and that's why escape artists have to train. It's not just, like something like adorable. No, it's like a Flux Destiny collapse is a very dangerous thing. There's actually some history in it in the world that led to the creation of karmastry schools. And you'll learn about this later in the history of the universe of what happens in the world. But you'll learn about the founder of Wolfgang Academy, and she founded Gears too. And you'll learn about the origins of why all these standards and stuff, because people were dying. And actually my inspiration came from, I think I mentioned this a while back, a long time ago, but I used to love I would watch these like old documentaries about like when electricity was first invented, and like people were like killing themselves by accident.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know, right? They didn't know like about insulation, and like people would burn their houses down, or they didn't know how to handle gas and electricity, like all these things. And so safety standards were created to deal with that, right? And that's the same thing with Flux Destinies. In modern day Fortuna, which is in the 90s, they're very strict standards. So that's why you can have entire city blocks made out of Flux Destinies, and they're safe to go in, because Flux Destiny collapses are rare. But a Flux Destiny can collapse if like, and it's not instant, right? Like, let's say you have a giant Flux Destiny and you cut the power, you cut the karma flowing to it. It's not going to just immediately collapse, because there's karma in there, so it's going to wind down, right? And it eventually will collapse in on itself. So yeah, like a black hole, like the whole thing collapses. So like, they don't know what happens to items or people inside a Flux Destiny when it collapses. They have no idea where they go, what happens. All that I can tell you is that it's irreversible. And if you are in a Flux Destiny when it collapses, or if someone it's over. They're gone. Like, you cannot find them.
Yeah.
Another good question that I see Spots was asking here about, does it have an environmental effect? Yes. You'll definitely see negative. So like I was explaining earlier these torus fields where they siphon karma from the environment to like power things. Over mining the karma is a big problem because it creates these like karmic depressions, and we talk about this in the game. Ella has factored this into the Flux Fantasy, where you're taking all this positive karma, and then there's a vacuum left, right, where it's filled with negative karma instead, and it starts shaping the environment, changes because of that. So it's very powerful. Because, and I'll shut up and I'll get back to drawing after this last statement, I swear. Ella's like, get back to drawing, please. The Destiny, if you've read or seen any of the videos or read the materials, in this world, destiny means reality in this world. So when you're changing destiny, that's what the technical term for the real world is, destiny. So karma affects destiny in this world. So that's kind of how that works. All right, I'll shut up, Ella, and I'll get back to work.
No, it's so funny. I was just typing this, but there are literally like, I don't remember how many, 30 laws that RC wrote that he insisted go in the core rulebook. Like 30 like I'm talking laws. Not just like, oh, here's how you play the game. No, laws about this fictional world of karmastry that has karmastry, laws about it. So if you're curious, go in there and look at the laws, because there's a ton of them, and they're really important, and you guys are asking really good questions, but it kind of answers some of these questions. In fact, if somebody reminds me, I will put those laws in the official in the Discord, in the official answers section, for everybody to see.
The reason we create the laws too is because one of the challenges of creating a universe like this, where you have a magic system that can bend reality, right, is that you have to be careful. This is what took so many years to develop this magic system, to develop a universe where characters have those powers. You have to balance it out with all sorts of stuff, because suddenly everyone can become a god, right?
Yeah.
And that's a problem. That's why payback exists, right? Payback is a natural, like, you know, counterweight to the powers that these people can have using karmastry. But also things like, okay, well, like everything that you notice, how we have an answer to all these things. What about the nutritional value things? Whatever. We thought about all these things, and because it was important that, and it doesn't mean I have every answer, right? Like you've seen it. Like sometimes people ask things and I'll go, I got to think about that for a minute, because that one answer can affect other things. And so it's not because it's me being like, oh, I don't want to answer right. Sometimes I just don't know, and I got to think about it, because if I say the answer, then it becomes canon, and then it changes things. So I want to like think it through when I do it. Okay, Ella, what's next?
Okay, so the next one is our first Joker, and it's for Retsu. So people were asking, I was kind of keeping it a secret. I was being a little cheeky about it. It's for Retsu's character, Elio. So we're gonna do that one.
Okay. Does he want it to be silly, or I see the proposed like pose, but is it supposed to be funny, or is it just him, like the way you suggested?
He did not request specifically something funny.
Okay.
So I think it's meant to be more just like normal, but he happens to be on the Joker.
Okay, got it. I love that Jade Dragon just dropped the cat emoji. I drop that emoji on Ella all the time. Like, do you think it's cute, Ella, when I drop the cat emoji or not? Like, or do I drive you crazy?
Yeah.
I usually drop that cat emoji with hearts behind it. And I always want her to be like, oh, that's cute. How adorable, you know? So, and you're right. See, I can always retcon, but I'm trying to prevent as much of that as possible. All right, last one for the night, because we need to let Ella rest. Let's do this. Sometimes I forget that we're not on a sketchy live, so whenever I'm like, okay, let's go, I'm like prompting you to time me, and I don't mean
I know you
it.
are.
Okay, I don't mean it. It's like I'm forgetting that we're not on a sketchy. Oh my God, is that a cat in a bowl of cereal? I can't, Ella, you can't. I can't. It's too much for me. I'm gonna lose my mind. I love cats. Red Suit had to leave, right? I hear right now.
Yeah.
What are you eating tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
So I had pizza tonight.
Oh, you already had dinner. Okay.
Yes, I plan out. I have a stash of frozen meals that I eat during like I have live nights, and then I cook on my not live nights. So before a live, I'll whip up a frozen thing really fast, and tonight it was just pizza. So
I have a frozen pizza waiting too, but I think we're gonna go have hamburgers.
ugh, don't tell me that.
Oh, were you in a hamburger mood?
I'm always in a hamburger mood.
Oh my god, I love hamburgers.
I've been trying really hard since I told you I'm on my new medication. I'm trying not to eat out. Like, it's one thing if I go like out, you know, on the town or something and eat out, but it's another to like order in like fast food. So I'm trying really hard. So like, yeah, I'm trying, but like you say something like burgers, and I'm like, you know what? That sounds amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't say next time. I'll lie.
No, it's good.
I'm going for a salad.
I'm glad you're eating.
Drew, that's true. My wrist. Actually, you know, my wrist is really resilient. Like, I've been really proud of all the drawing I've been doing. Wait, am I seeing more cat emojis? A cat and a glass of milk. A cat and a, what is that? Sushi? What is that, Ella? Oh my god, I'm dying. I can't. I think
sushi
or something. I can't tell. A bowl of noodles or something. I can't.
Yeah, but it looks like ramen or curry.
Kitty. That's how I like to, whenever I do baby talk to my cat. Kitty. Kitty. I told Ella that I think cats are kind of like house spirits.
Yes. So this is a good question. So they're saying if you rename Germany, you're going to have to rename hamburgers. So here's the thing. And RC can tell me I'm wrong. There's a lot of things in world that are just going to be in world that are going to be the exact same, you know, because, and I am, you know, there's stuff, books, movies. We're not, it's not called French fries. They're going to be French fries. And I'm sorry. I know that's not exactly what in, you know, what Flux Destiny, it would probably be something a little bit different. Maybe for some stuff it will be called something different, but there's other stuff that's not going to be called anything different. So I don't want to burst anybody's bubble. Let's just pretend that whoever invented them was named that, okay?
Right.
You know, whoever invented French fries was called, you know, RC French or something.
It was Mr. French, right? So.
Mr. French, yeah.
Maple dropped a cat with a bomb next to it. It made me cry.
No!
I want to cry. I want to cry. I see the cat with sushi. That's cute. I saw Nikki dropped a cat with a heart. Well,
Pizza
Max
cat.
Hatter, you're definitely gonna see. You're definitely gonna see it very soon. It's literally the last country I have to name. Like I said earlier, I when you see the naming of the countries, they're all really named pretty much adjectives. I've used adjectives for every name, for every country, and so you'll kind of see. Valor fries. Maple made me sad. Now I can't draw anymore. It was blowing.
There are going to be things that we do rename. You're right. But there's some that we're not.
So in Flux Destiny, France is called Grandeur. That's the name of France. So, but you were not going to call it Grandeur fries, you know, like they would be called French fries, you know. like
Yeah.
she said, there's certain things that you just have to kind of go with. You know, we're not gonna like literally change the name of things for, you know.
Yeah.
Ella
But
Ella
like
really put it best.
the names of languages are different. So like it's not Spanish, it's Bavarian, right? So there are
Right.
things that do change. Like it's not called Spanish, you know, because that would not make sense, right?
Well, technically,
Nationalities change, you know.
Spanish would be not called Bavarian because
Right.
the Spain equivalent is Solara, right? That's Spain is Solara in this world. So
Right.
Bravura is more like Latin America, Caribbean,
Right.
right?
I'm
So
thinking of my Oklahoma, everything.
right,
I'm
right, right,
thinking
right,
like,
right, right.
you know,
No,
everything's Spanish.
I think, well, it's funny because I'm actually correcting myself too, because I used to say that too. And I realized as we were kind of like talking about the whole world now that actually it would be that, right?
Right.
So Drew knows what I like. He always drops me the sunflowers and cats. Okay, that's the way to my heart. Are you gonna put the cat in the box? Is that Schrodinger's cat? Is that what the box is for?
Yes.
Cat in a box. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Ella?
Beast King is telling me to roll my R's. I actually can't. It's something I cannot do. I'm very talented in many ways. Rolling my R's is not one of them. So I actually think I have this theory, and I've never told anybody about this. I think my tongue is too big for my mouth. So tongues aren't supposed to like hang over your teeth, like the sides of your teeth. My tongue kind of does. It's so big. It doesn't sit well in my mouth. It's so swollen. So I can't I'm not very dexterous with my tongue. I can't roll my R's. So I'm sorry. I'm really bad at it.
I don't think it's something physical because I know okay, so for example, my kids, I think it has to do with just like growing up and being able to being trained in the language. Like I can roll my R's because I can speak Spanish, but like my kids, they didn't grow up speaking Spanish naturally, and so they have one of them has a very hard time rolling her R's. She can't do it, you know. And so I don't think it's a physical thing. I think it's kind of like
I think it's like a spacing thing too.
Yeah.
And my tongue is so big. I just don't think I have enough space. I have such a tiny little mouth, you know. One day I'll practice. There was one day, years ago, where I did something and I was like blowing, you know, like I was like talking and blowing out air, and I kind of did it for like a second. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was so easy. I was like, why don't I just do that more often? And then I could never do it again.
Oh. Yes, Hungary is going to be in a certain part of like those kind of cultures. You'll see, like I literally have this map. I literally saw this. The cat farting on the fire. Now I can't be serious anymore.
Just trust us. It's all figured out, you know.
Or Ella, we gotta get her to rest. I'm almost done, I swear.
No, it's totally fine. I want you guys to know, I hope it doesn't seem like I'm angry at your questions. I love your questions. There's just a lot of them tonight, and I never want to say something that you guys take and is wrong. You know, like that's my worst fear. So I always try to be it's a lot of brain power to remember everything. Because obviously I don't have like a book propped up in front of me. This is all from my brain. You know what I mean? In RC too. It's like, we're trying our best to remember everything. So I'm sorry.
Goofy, you see how this box helped me?
Shut up, old man. That's from Boofy.
Shut up,
I think
old
you
man.
got tonight.
See, it even helps me like know where to put the. See how I can see the plane of the side of the face?
Mm.
No, nobody.
I love big glasses. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell everybody. I got new glasses. They're in the mail. They're on their way.
What are they?
I got new glasses. Huh?
What do they look like?
So they're a little bit bigger, I think. I like really big glasses. So that's kind of the thing. I know my glasses are already big. They might be kind of the same size, but they've got frames, I think, on the bottom. And they're not as yellow. They're clear. So you should see my eyes.
I've gotten so used to yellow Ella. Yellow
I
Ella.
I know. So you'll see my eyes, and I've got a new 4K camera coming in. So hopefully a new me, a new Ella. You'll be seeing me for the first time.
It's so funny that you just got. I'm about to get new ones too, and I'm gonna follow through with my threat to get the circular ones.
I think that I really like. If my face was not so round, I would have gotten circle ones too. But I got kind of boxy ones.
I think they're gonna look good on you.
Yella, Cam, get out.
Yella, get out.
I hate that. I'll still be wearing these for like long periods of time, but during live streams I'll probably wear the other ones. As soon as I get my new glasses in, I'll show everybody.
I hope Retsu likes this one.
It would be my luck to get a 4K camera and still be blurry. That's very true. Well, I love it, so that's what matters.
That's why I always ask you.
Do you need his reference?
He has a star on his cheek, right? And he's got shaggy hair.
So that's a yes.
If I remember. Right. Okay. I was pretty much right. Okay. Oh, I guess I should.
You have a very good memory.
I should probably make him smile, right?
Maybe like a smirk. He could be serious sometimes. Boofy, they both have stars on their faces.
Let's give him a smirk. I feel like he's like very cheerful.
Yeah. Oops. I really like this pose.
It was your suggestion, so you have good taste.
I try.
All right. How long was that? Oh.
Not very long at all.
Elio has freckles or AJ has freckles?
I think they both have freckles.
They both have freckles? Oh, okay. How long oh, I'm sorry. Did I talk over you? You were trying to tell me how long it took.
It's okay. You've been doing this for about 15 minutes, but okay. You also talked at the beginning of it and you paused for a bit.
Okay, I think I'm ready to clean him up. I need to round out his chin a bit. I made it
too chiseled. An
chiseled.
older
Yeah,
Elio.
he's too he's more got that more of a younger boyish face. Hold on.
C says, I think we have enough data to confirm that abs do take 40 minutes.
That's funny. Very funny, C. All right, let's get it cleaned up.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can let Ella rest.
It's acting like I'm like an invalid.
No, I worry about Ella. I know she works so hard and I don't want her to be like.
I've been pretty pooped today. I'm glad we've got a day break before the super.
That's why I'm trying to let you go rest, bro.
I don't need to. You need to rest.
Thank you, Eric.
Eric's so nice.
Erica's sweetheart.
I think I picked a really good pose for the next one too. I'm excited to get to that one once we do in.
Can you tell me who it is,
days.
or is that something you want to keep it secret?
Okay, I'll say who it is. It was never a secret. I just was keeping it a secret. So the second Joker is Evan, Spots' character.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see that one and do that. I love drawing Evan.
So I've been watching a lot of Studio Ghibli stuff recently.
Aw.
And I watched a bunch of documentaries today, and I impulse purchased 4 cigarette pencils.
Did you really?
Yes.
Wait, did you watch Kingdom of Dreams and Madness?
Yes.
We have to talk about that. Like we need to talk. Did you watch the other Ghibli ones too, like The Neverending Man and whatever?
I started watching Neverending Man. It stressed me out, so I went ahead and skipped it. And started watching the third one. I don't know why it distressed me out. I think it was because in that one, I get motion sick really easily. They were moving the camera so much. In that one, it was so handheld that I thought I was gonna throw up. And like he was anxious and I was anxious. You know what I mean?
I was gonna
like
say
double anxiety.
I was gonna say in that one, it was after his retirement, so he's really in a weird mental state, right? Like, because he wants to retire, But then there's another one. I don't remember if it was called Miyazaki and the Heron or something. I forgot. It's the third one. Did you watch the third one?
Yeah.
That one is.
I'm halfway through that one.
That's a good one. It's dark. It's dark, but it's so interesting. I watch those constantly. I just love the feeling of just like, it reminds me of what you and me do, and you know, like, I'm so glad you watched them.
You know, it's so funny. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow, but I came to a realization about something that I had a realization. Don't let me forget to tell you. But okay. We'll talk about it. But yeah, so I went online and I impulse bought. They're hard to find. I don't know where you got yours, but they're not easy to find. I got mine from Kino. Do you know what Kinokuniya is? No. It's a Japanese bookstore where you can buy like manga and stuff, and they had them at the checkout. That's really cool. No, I bought mine off of like a craft store. It's like an advertisement, so it's like they literally say no smoking on the side. Yeah. So it's like an advertisement, but I bought them because I was sitting there, and in fact, I was so obsessed that I went online and found like herbal cigarettes, and I thought about it for a good second, and then I went to the pencils. Yes. When I tell you, like, there's something that yeah, it's a vibe. There's something that like this, like, look, this is fake, by the way. This is a pencil, but I have this because it's such a vibe. You feel like you're like, oh, a tortured artist or whatever, right? Yeah. By the way, I'm not talking about the boy. I know the movie Boy and the Heron, but the documentary is called Something in the Heron. I don't remember if it was Miyazaki and the Heron. It's Miyazaki and the Heron. Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, bro, I can't. Okay, now I feel less insane. Like, I'm so excited to hear this, that you're doing this, because I thought I was insane. You know, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna allow myself this insanity, but no. I've known for a long time that we operate very much like Studio Ghibli, which I know to an outside person, like you guys in the chat are probably like, they're crazy. You do not see the behind the scenes in which it runs. Like, if you watch a documentary about Miyazaki, that's how the studio runs, and I'm not even joking you. It's exactly the same. Like, I watched it and literally was like, I might as well have just worked today, because that's the same thing. I know. You know what I mean? It's so true. It's so true. I felt the same way. I was like, that feels like us, how everything we do and whatever. And so, oh my God, we have this. I'm so happy now to hear that you watched it. Good. I mean, I've known for a long time that, like, because I like Ghibli movies and stuff. I have never like I really like them, but I haven't necessarily like really delved into them. And then today I really started to, because I was feeling kind of crummy, you know, and I was like, I just need to like watch something, you know. So that's what I did. Or Ella. I'm sad. Ella's not feeling well today. It's okay. I'm trying to gear myself up for the super, you know. I've been having trouble sitting. So I'm going to have to do like aerobic. We're going to have to do some aerobics or something. Yeah, absolutely, because we cannot have... What is happening here? What happened? I don't know. Sorry, the tool's kind of screwing up on. I think we've gotten pretty good at the super sketchies.
Oh, I
about
think so
making them a
too.
little bit easier on us, you know, like on our bodies. I mean, not easier mentally, but just like on our minds.
I think so too.
We try to be really, really careful not to overwork. You know, it's actually, as much as RC and I like to be tortured artists, to be a tortured artist, you actually have to take really good care of yourself. A lot of people, like if you look up, oh, like Miyazaki or whatever, like he's always eating well,
That's
he's
right. It's so
exercising,
true.
like he takes really good care of himself because he overworks in other areas, right? So, you
So
know,
true.
we're trying. You can't just go straight through stuff. Like
That's why, like,
you'll burn
you
out.
know, Ella knows, like, she knows the time of day. I go touch grass. I go walk. I go, I go exercise. I'll go for a swim or something. Like, I need to get up and go. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can't just sit here all day and do this, or I'll get sick. You know, like I have to. So, especially on days when we have like these kind of lives, like I go and I made sure to exercise today and to go get some sun, and you know what I'm saying? Like we can't.
Yeah.
How's this looking?
And I have my frozen meals planned and prepped. Eating's important.
You like the glasses? I've gotten some. Marco wears. Actually, technically, Elio has the. He has his
Tauruses.
Taurus. Oh, I drew Marco's glasses.
I think they look great.
Okay.
They're really thin Tauruses.
Marco is actually the one who has these glasses. He has the kind of round, frameless ones, but I keep forgetting that that's where he keeps his Tauruses in the glasses.
We'll ask Retsu how he feels about it, and we can come back to it. I think I still think they look fine.
I can change it for him if he wants. Actually, I don't think it would be. I'd have to redo them, but it's okay. I can redo it.
Nikki is asking what Elio's eye color is, but that's up to Retsu.
Did I put it in the drawing?
No.
In his original art? I don't remember.
No.
You can't see his. I think they're blue.
Yeah. I think blue eyes look really good with black hair.
Yeah, it's a cool what do you call it?
Combo?
Cool combo, yeah.
Because I think green eyes is a little bit like, oh, okay. Especially with like his karmastry is like so space. Yeah, but he doesn't have jet black hair.
Oh. Me getting defensive over my children.
Like I'm the one. Like I'm the one you should worry about.
Don't ever talk to me or my sons ever again. Wait, what'd you say?
I was saying like I was the like out of everybody ever, I'm the one that you're like defending Marco to.
I know, right? I'm such a phony baloney.
I love that. I love that phrase. That makes me laugh.
It's a great phrase.
C asks a very good question. Does Flux Destiny follow real world eye color?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. But you're going to see instances of people having, but yes, as a basis, right? Like people have normal eye color, but there's instances of people having all sorts of different color eyes. And sometimes the
like rupture disease
and other influences can change the way the eyes look. And sometimes the eye color has specific meaning in the world. So
yeah. So I would say for now, unless you've got rupture disease, you should stick to the main groups.
I was right.
Hair color, same thing. People are not born with purple hair in Flux Destiny, unless it's caused by rupture disease, which is rare.
Or you change it with karmastry. You know, you can do that.
It won't last.
The basis, the important. Oh, sorry. What?
Well, I was saying it won't last unless, for some reason, you're really unlucky, like Hugo, and it causes payback, in which you can turn your brother's hair green, you know, for a while. But you're not. He wasn't born with that color hair, you know. Some people wear contacts too, escape artists especially, you know, because they like to be eccentric people. So there's a lot of escape artists that will wear funky contacts and stuff. Or dye their hair, especially, or spike it, or cut it a weird way. So what happened with Hugo? Funny enough, there is a new chapter of Hugo versus the Ink Fighter story coming out, which I know RC's been waiting for me to finish. It actually goes into it a little bit, if RC approves it. What happened? Just a little bit, just a hint at what happened. So I won't spoil it. Because I don't want to say. And then RC's like, I didn't approve that.
No, idiot.
No, idiot.
Not gonna happen that way. God.
RC hates all of my writing. He rewrites everything I do.
She's lying like crazy. she's trying to trigger me.
I am.
She's like rage baiting me.
I am.
That's
sometimes
not true.
I like tease RC and then I look over at him and he's making the saddest face and then it makes me sad because I'm like, I was just teasing, but now I feel bad.
Because she's such
really
she's such a great actor that sometimes I can't tell. I can't read her sarcasm or jokes.
My sarcasm is pretty thick.
It's very thick, so sometimes I don't know she's joking with me. I take her seriously. And I always thought I was pretty good at that. I always thought I was pretty good at detecting sarcasm. But Ella is because of her background, she's like an excellent actress. And so when she does it, I sometimes don't see it. And
the problem is that I slip my sarcasm into the ends of my sentences, so it'll only start halfway through, you know, because I switch, but there's no indication that I'm switching. It's
so true. She shoves it in. It's kind of like how I drop like those like random things that make her laugh out of nowhere. Like I'll just drop it. And she does the same thing. She'll drop it in the middle. Like we'll be having a serious conversation. We've told this story before, but one time she was talking about this like marketing idea she had about like how we were going to market the RPG, and she said something. I don't remember even what it was. And
it was a dirty joke.
It was a dirty joke, but she delivered it so professionally and so like, you know, we should do this. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And she's like, you know, capturing me just being a, you know, dumb guy. And then I caught on to, and then she's like, no, I was joking. Oh my God, please don't do that. She's like, please don't do that.
It was pretty funny, but I was embarrassed because I was like, oh no, because I pushed it too far, you know, because I thought it was obvious. Like, of course we would never do that, you know.
almost done. I'm sorry, I've been talking. I haven't been paying attention to the time. How are we doing on time?
This one took a little bit longer. This one's about 30 minutes.
I was talking a lot
35
during
minutes.
this. I wasn't very focused. I was talking a lot. But it's done. I'm finished. I think I spent 10 minutes talking, honestly.
I think you did too. It's so funny. So my YouTube is glitching right now, and it says, your stream started 37 minutes ago, which in that case, you made great time. So
I've gotten that good now, huh?
yeah, you're making OCs in seconds.
What do you guys think? You like this? I think Elio I hope Bretsu likes this.
They'll really, really love him. We've been talking and they've been hyping you up in the chat.
Aww. Thank you, guys. Can't wait for you to see the next pages. I'm so excited about that. I'm always torturing Ella. I send her stuff and I'm like, don't you like it? She's like, yes, I like it. I don't have to, like, I get so proud of it. I send it to her. I'm like, and if she doesn't immediately respond, I'm like, you hated it, didn't you? She's like,
Well, it's funny because he'll be like, he'll send me a new page that I haven't seen before and say, why don't you like this? And I'll be like, because I haven't seen it before. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm looking at it for the first time. Of course I like it.
By the way, I'm fully aware that I'm like clinically insane about that stuff. I just poor Ella. She's like, she's just
artistic
trying.
stuff, you know.
She's just dealing with me. She's just dealing with me.
It's my job as the producer, you know.
It is her job as the See, Suzuki, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
It's like that dynamic. It's so like I watch it. I think of you and me. I really think of you and me with that.
There's this whole moment where he's sitting on this couch and he's talking and he's like, you know, talking about what's his name, Miyazaki, and he's like, you know, he's crazy, but like I guess that's what geniuses do. I guess like he's so high maintenance, but I guess that's okay because he's a genius. And I sat there and I paused it and I just was like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah.
The part that made me laugh was that where he's talking about how he makes other people's energy his own. Like he's like,
yes, that's.
And I started
like
laughing because I was thinking of you, and I was like, this is how she probably sees me. It's like,
well, and how jealous he gets over other. He like sees somebody do really good art, and then he like stands up and he's like super mad about it.
Yeah.
And he's like. And then the next thing is him talking about like, oh, he takes. Then suddenly his stuff is so much better because he saw good art. And I was like, that's
exactly. I'm so like that. Whenever I see an artist that's like better than me, it turns into energy to like create. Like it forces me. It tells me you can do better. You know.
Yeah.
You can do better. And so it's jealousy is not the right word. It's more like self-criticism. Jealousy is not the right word. It's self-criticism, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, no, get up and do better. Okay, this turned out really freaking cute, bro. Look at that. Bro. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you, bro. All right, let me just fill in the star, and I think yeah, you know what it is? I mean, Alan, you do that too? Like, I'm like that. Like, if I see someone doing, like, there are other artists I really admire, and I'm like, I tell myself, you have no excuse. You know? Do better. Get up and go.
See, and I don't think like that. I just think, wow, everybody's so different. I'm glad I'm so unique. And then I just kind of, like, keep going. But that's why I'm not necessarily, like, an art genius, you know what I mean? I've got my own, I'm like sitting my own little, maybe one day I'll get there. I'm still pretty young, you know, maybe I'll start having a rivalry like you do. See,
it's, the funny thing is that the rivalry, like I tell Ella, there's artists that have no idea that I'm rivals with them. You know, like I have like these fake rival, like imaginary rivalries with artists who I watch, who I'm like, Ella and I will talk about it. I'm like, oh, you see what they posted? It's amazing. And I'm like, and I call them my rival, even though they don't even barely know me, you know. But I think it's good to have a rivalry.
Yeah.
I think healthy rivals are a good thing because it makes you want to be better, right? Like there's other artists I really admire. And I'm like, okay, they're my rival now, right? And I see rival.
It's so Miyazaki and his teacher.
Yes, I see it absolutely from that perspective. Okay, I think we did it. Look at that. Look at that.
His freckles, they're saying. His freckles.
Oh, freckle. Oh, sorry. Idiot. Where's the freckles, idiot? God.
Okay, jury's decision is in. This one is way better. Although it does, as it gets colder, as it gets warmer, has kind of a weird aftertaste that I don't like. It was way better cold. When I finish it just now, the ginger is like way too much. So, drink it cold. We're all good.
All right, well, see.
All done.
So we did 5, right? Did we do 5?
Yep.
All right. I think we did pretty good today. I could have gone to 6, but I don't want to push Ella. So
I'm okay to do 6. I'm all right.
Let's wait. Let's let Ella go.
Okay.
We're gonna do it tomorrow. I don't want to push it. So,
if it wasn't the night before Super, or the eve of the eve, then maybe.
Right. Yeah, that's why I don't want to push. I don't want to push it. So let's just go. We've
got a very busy day tomorrow.
So again, if you guys want to add, if there are cards still available, so if you want to add yours to the mix, Cam can drop it. Thank you, Cam. Cam will drop a link if you want to grab a card. If you want to grab a spot on the Sketchy Live, that's also available. That's Super Sketchy is this weekend, so we're gonna be pretty busy. Lots of drawing. So thank you, Nikki. Thank you all. You guys are really awesome, and I really, really, really appreciate you guys grabbing these and having fun with us and hanging out with us all night and asking all your amazing questions. Like, these are a lot of great questions. Like, we got a lot of great questions.
Yeah.
And I know some people have gotten some commissions. Remember, Ella's writing commissions. You should totally get a character pack if you haven't done so already. She's amazing at it. Go subscribe to the webtoon, you know, and oh, Retsu saw it. Oh, good. Okay, I'm so glad he likes it. I'm so glad he likes it. So, all right, guys. Well, Ella, anything else that you want to say before we?
I think that's it.
All right.
I don't know what else there is to say.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Ella, thank you, as always, powering
of course.
through. And we'll see you guys Friday.
See you Friday. Probably earlier in the day.
Yeah, we'll
stream
see you
tomorrow.
Friday. Sounds good. Good night.
Bye.